Okay, it's on. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, guys, chalo, let's get started. So, firstly, recon process is nothing but it's a background process. Means whether you are awake, whether you are sleeping, behind the screen, this reconciliation should continuously keep happening. Okay, and we said the business logic will be every X minutes the code that we did yesterday, right? Recon related should be executed. Every 10 minutes, recon code should execute. And when it executes, it tries to settle the transactions, right? Whatever yesterday's logic was there. Now comes the question, how to execute it? Let's say every 10 minutes, we want this process to run. Now comes the question, how to do that in Spring Boot application? So guys, this is a functional requirement. In whatever programming language you are developing, there will be some way to do that. So it need not just be Spring, but in any other system also. So it will be required. Okay. So now comes this point of how we can apply that. And just the requirement itself is going to tell you what needs to be done. So we are available in the time of this AI. If you simply ask this question to ChatGPT, that execute a method every 10 minutes in Spring Boot application, ChatGPT is going to provide us some solutions. Okay, so let's just ask for it. So this is how we can look for anything. So you just need to think with an open mind and just ask the same question. Okay, we want to execute a method every 10 minutes in our Spring Boot application. Okay, give sample code. Let's see what it gives. Okay, super. So if the question is clear in your mind what needs to be done, finding technical solution, you just use AI for that. And that is where people are saying that coding is really very easy. But point is, logically, you need to break down the task, what needs to be done, what not. Guys, even though right now, when we are using these AI tools in companies, one major problem which people are facing is, if you don't give concrete actions to AI, even using Cursor or any other tool, then AI is generating a lot of unnecessary code as well, which is taking more time to really understand, apply it in the project. So if there is one big task available, you have to, as a developer, currently at least this is the need, as a developer, break it down into smaller tasks, and those smaller tasks you explore with AI, get some solution, apply that, make it work, then go to the next piece. So don't just blanket ask AI to do big things, because unnecessary time waste is happening. So what is required as a developer? Logical thinking about what to do for this task and how to break it into smaller tasks, and then ask those inputs, experiment, whichever is relevant for you. That kind of process you have to do as a developer. Okay? So please focus on those parts. So we can ask questions, but be clear, be logical, what to ask, how much to ask. When something is coming in front of you, have the patience to read, understand, and apply. So that is what is must have skill in the current times. Okay? And stop depending on other people. So as a student, a lot of people have acquired that attitude. Whenever you face any problems, you are like, okay, help me kind of behavior. Majority will have like that. Some will be definitely exception to this, but majority, whenever exception comes, problem comes, first thing is, oh, who can help me with this? You have to change this, saying, okay, let me use AI to help me with this. And the way you will ask this question to anybody else, any other person for guidance, same way you need to ask it to AI. If you are not able to get the proper answer from AI, means that is a skill which needs some improvement. You're not asking the right questions or giving the right clarity and the right context properly. So AI is not able to give you properly. Second, you don't have the patience then to find the right thing, read the right thing. So patience is another skill missing. Asking skill missing. So thoda sa work on these things. So we just ask how exactly to do it. They Spring provided simple stuff saying you just need to use two annotations. Enable scheduling. In your main application, you apply enable scheduling. Second thing, you can use @schedule annotation. And then it is saying you can schedule it in two manners. One is using like this approach, or you can set up like this approach. Okay. Sample code given. At this main class level, you just need to put this. It will create some beans enable scheduler task. So some auto configuration will happen. Second thing, whichever method you want to run repeatedly, you can simply put these kind of annotations. So simply giving it like this, it just runs it. So this is like 600,000 milliseconds, which is 10 minutes. So in milliseconds, we are passing, and every 10 minutes, it will execute. This is one simple, straight way to do the setup, and it will work. Second variation, which example they are giving, is using a cron job. So guys, in many projects, I have seen and worked with cron kind of processes. Using cron, you can achieve any kind of date time patterns. Okay, nothing but in, let's say, your projects, there are requirements. Okay, every Friday, some piece of code needs to execute. So that kind of functionality can be achieved using cron job very easily. Every first of every month, some logic should execute. That can be executed via this again. So nothing but, let's say, every week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, execute certain code. So sometimes projects might give you these kind of requirements, which needs more control, how to configure. You can achieve that using cron job. So that means, yeah, this is giving a very straightforward, easy way to apply. So which meets our requirement. But understanding cron, you can cover much more functionality also, because n number of projects might have n number of responsibility. So right now, ChatGPT is simply saying, okay, you want that certain method should be executed repeatedly. Simply do these two things. Main class should have this, and whichever method you want to execute, just put these kind of annotations with that. Okay? So guys, it is so simple to learn in the current times. So develop these additional packaging skills, logical thinking, task breaking down, asking smaller piece, patience to ask rightly, read what it is coming, make a decision what to take in the project, what not to take, and then experimenting with that. If not working, asking it more. Develop these packaging skills, because these are must have. Okay, these are must have nowadays. So fine, let's apply that. Okay, and guys, this is available along with the core Spring Boot starter itself. So we don't need to add additional dependency for this. Let's start applying the changes. Okay, so first we need to apply this. Enable scheduling. Let me go here. Okay, what I will do is, so I was doing some experiments. So with this is the temp folder. Let me remove this. This is our processing service. Recon system is running in our processing service. So we will make the code changes there. Okay, Recon is going to run in our processing service. So we will make code changes there. We want to run Recon service class for repeated execution. This method should be repeatedly executed. That is our requirement. Okay, how do we do it? Simple two things ChatGPT is suggesting. At class level, apply this. Main class. So let's go to the main class. This is a base package. Go here. We did enable async for asynchronous processing. Now enable scheduling for scheduling a job. So this is also called as scheduling a job, scheduling a task. Schedule means run it at certain period of time. Okay, so enable scheduling, Control Shift O. Just see, without any POM dependency, the import is successful. There is no compilation problem. Okay, we will do this one thing, start the service. So any modifications that we do, we will start the service. So right click, run as, clean Spring Boot :run. Let's go. And then we will start applying it. But 10-15 minutes you can learn anything in the current time. You don't need hours or months to learn anything. Sit for a weekend, you will know new tools, new technology, put it in the resume, start hunting accordingly. Don't wait for a long time, because it's very fast to learn anything in the current time. Okay? Psychological blockers you have to remove of your past. Okay, just give me a second. Okay. So Spring Boot application is up and running. Let's enable this. Enable scheduling, Control Shift O. Save. Okay, just see, we added it internally. Some auto configuration has happened. Okay, so these guys have done some auto configurations. That's fine. Next, recon service. We want to make changes here. Okay. For now, what we will do is, rather than running this entire business logic, temporary we will focus on only execution part. Okay. So our basic aim is this should run every 10 minutes. And here there is all that DB loading, DB transaction plus end-to-end handling. Okay, so this is what is the logic. So for testing purpose, let's focus on scheduling activity first. So what we will do is, we will simply not run this entire logic for now. Let's focus on when is the method being called, because that's what is scheduling. If the method executes, yesterday we have tested the entire logic anyways. So I'm putting a temporary hack here, which is, okay, let's say for example, if true, we'll simply say, yeah, return. And this is basically to do, this is temporary. So we just want that when we do the testing of this method, the code should not execute all the DB loading and all that. So temporary, we just want only this much of line should be executed. By that way, we can do more testing. We can see when the method is executed, not executed, all those drama. Okay. So for now, yes, we have applied this. We can go to our Postman. This is our recon. Call this. Okay. Just see, it comes and it is printing the statement. Okay. It is, oh, we don't need to even print this disabled. So just return it. So only this first statement is good enough for us. So we go here and we call. Okay. Okay. So recon method called. So temporarily we have blocked the execution of our DB logic that we will enable once we have understood how scheduling works properly. Okay. So two steps how the scheduling works. First, at the main class, add this annotation, enable scheduling. Okay. Main class, add this, and for the method, it is saying two examples. Either we can add like this, which is simple, straightforward for us, or we can add in the form of a cron expression. Both of them is going to work like 10 minutes only. Like we said sometime earlier, with cron, you get bigger flexibility to set up whatever you want. Okay? So if you understand cron functionality once, you can schedule any time, any patterns. That is where we will spend some time today understanding cron expressions. And these cron expressions are not just Spring Boot related. These are basic concepts. Linux is having cron. Every programming language has these kind of cron expressions. So once you understand it, it will be more suitable for us. That's what it is. Okay. Now, how exactly this works? Let's try to check it out. So it is saying, using this cron expression, we can achieve the functionality So we will simply take this cron expression, copy, and apply it here on our method recon service. Control Shift O. Okay. Let's save it and see what happens. Now, currently, certain logic these people have provided us. How it works, how it does not work, we need to understand this entire pattern. But at a simple thing, looking at this, we can assume this method is execute every 10 minutes. Now, as a developer, you have to think, can we wait for 10 minutes for doing this testing right now? It is so much of a time kill, right? What will you do for 10 minutes? Go for a tea? Just waste time, 10 minutes waiting for this method to execute? No, that could be your final goal once you have seen how this cron and everything works. Right now, you can think logically, why 10 minutes? Let's just change this to 1 minute and see whether it is running for 1 minute or not. If it works for 1, so then maybe for 10 also it might work. So we have to now experiment with this. So currently they are saying this configuration is going to be working nicely. So we need to now start seeing how can it run after every 1 minute. Think about it logically. What will you change? Anybody who can have some thinking, they will say, here it is saying 10. Maybe here if I make it 1, it might run after 1 minute. You don't have to really understand cron statement right now, but logically you can make a decision. If this is saying it runs in 10 minutes, maybe if you just change this, that might be 1 minute. Let's try to note down these things in our notepad. So ChatGPT gave us 10 minutes logic is like this. So we are saying, let's try to do it 1 minute. Instead of 10, we will write 1 there and let's try to see how it works. So copy this, go here and then apply 1 minute and just do the save. And at least now for 60 seconds, we can wait. So current time is 10:22. When the service started, it is 13 seconds on top of that. Now we are saying every 1 minute it should run. Let's see when is the next execution going to happen. So at least we are seeing whether this method works as what they are saying. That's it. First, we are just trying to interpret it. Okay. So things are easy to code. Just thinking, you keep your mind fresh there. You can figure out all the other things. Take that as the conclusion. Things are easy. Okay. With AI, things are easy. You just have to figure out, use your intelligence and use AI. So currently it's 10:22 itself. We are waiting for the 45 seconds. Okay, just see. As soon as 10:23 happened, 10:23:00, nothing but 0th second. As soon as this time happened, this method was executed. Okay, so that means if we wait for another 1 minute, the method should execute again. Then we can confidently say, yes, with this configuration, it is running every 1 minute. Okay, that is what it is. So first, let's try to write a conclusion. Okay, first retry attempt happened at this timestamp. Observe 16th of May 2025, this time. After this seconds, there is further nanoseconds and trying to break it down as well. Millis and nanos, they have gone to that level. But at least just look at the second part, which is still this point, 10:23. Okay, now 24 has happened. Go back here, observe 10:24.00 also. Next time it is running. So we can say confidently that every minute it is executing. Let's remove the millis and the nanos part. Just focusing on hours, 10 hours, 23 minutes, and then seconds. So this configuration is runs every 1 minute. What did we do for doing this? Simple, two annotations we used. We did not even think anything from our side. ChatGPT gave us something. It was with a value of 10. We just tried to customize it. So that means right now, if you just leave the system like this, put a 10 value, you're done with your functional requirement. But the point is, if you want to understand cron further, how all these things are, what the syntax means, then we have to understand it. But for doing the project work, this is enough. Furthermore, if you're doubting it, you just ask ChatGPT one more question. Is it guaranteed that this expression will run every 10 minutes forever? You can ask this question and let ChatGPT give you the confirmation of that. And if you can just draw conclusions, you are good enough. Okay, we can just take it and ask ChatGPT the same question. Okay, will this below configuration run every 10 minutes forever? Whether you know it, whether you not, okay, we tested. Yes, it is going to run. That's what now it is trying to further explain also. Yes, it will run every 10 minutes forever as long as your Spring Boot application is running correct. That is by default we need to assume. And we have applied already all this. So it will run. Further, it is trying to explain us each and every portion also. Okay, what each and every portion means, it is trying to explain us. So let's try to dig down. Guys, is it clear? Simple and straightforward. Means if you want to implement this in the project, we just have to do two things. Nothing more required. @enable scheduling, @scheduled, specify pattern. Without understanding, now we can do coding. But a good developer is who understands basic configurations. If requirements are changing, how to write new cron expressions, you can play around with all that. Okay, it's not simple. Done. Within 2 minutes, one business logic is completed also. Without knowing it, 2 minutes with developer done. That's how simple things are in the current time. Power of framework. We don't know what has Spring Boot done behind the screen. You use these two annotation. What is the complex logic behind? We don't know all those things, right? But it is simple for developers, and that's where frameworks are there for us to help us through. Okay, thoda sa let's understand now these cron expressions. So we will get more control on the system. Okay, thanks for all the confirmations, guys. Let's dig down further. What further ChatGPT is telling, this example, they just broke it. They broke it down into multiple sections. Each of the value represents a particular configuration. For example, first value represents seconds, then minute, hour, day of the month from 1 to 31. Next, after that, which month it is. After that, day of the week. That means all these values that we have taken, they all mean something. Okay, let's try to understand it more. Okay, how exactly what these guys are talking about. So we open a paintbrush. We open a paintbrush. And let's just paste that thing here. Okay, try to put some spaces so we can really understand each of the value. And try to see what ChatGPT explained for each of these. What it is saying. The first value is seconds. Okay, fine. So this becomes seconds. The next one is minute. So this becomes minute. The next one is hour. Okay, so this becomes hour. Okay. The next one is day of the month. So day of the month. So we can put day of the month. For example, okay, today is what? 16th. So this becomes 16th day of the month. Which is the day today? 16th is the day today. So this is 16. Next, which month it is? Next, which month it is? So currently it is 05. So that means month is 5. So just think about it. Every section represents a value. Month is 5, and after that it says days of the week. Nothing but Sunday, all 7 days of the week you can represent via the last value. So that means this cron expression, this is called as technically cron expression. Cron expression, which is simple, a section of like around 7 values or something. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values. Each of this value represents a particular term like seconds, minutes, hours, day, month, and day of the week. Okay, now first thing you need to understand about cron expression is cron expression represents time. Any time can be represented in cron expression. For example, what is the time today? It is 16th of May 2025. This is the date, and the current time is 10:30. If you want to represent this in a cron expression, we can do it. Okay, so cron expression represents time. Current time is like this: 16th May 2025, 10:30. Now it has become 10:31. Okay, we can represent it using a cron expression. How exactly we can do? Okay, first thing is, here we already said day of the month. Day is nothing but 16, right? So 16th May means 16th May. Next, year ka setting is not available. What does that mean? We will understand that. But remaining time is 10:31. So you take 10. R is going to be R10. Minute is going to be 31. And seconds is like 0 to 60. Okay. So 0 to 59. We can say, let's say, any second, 0 second. So any time can be represented using a cron expression. Okay. So if you want to define this, we can simply say 0 space 30. Now it is 32 minutes. Hours is 10. Day of the month is 16. Month is 5. Day of the week, right now we say star means everything. So for now we will keep it as star. Okay. But to be more real, day of the month, it can be specified in number format 0 to 7, or you can also specify something like Friday, FRI, the 3 digits or alphabets. Okay. The 3 alphabet, 3 character of the day can be put in. This represents current time. So that means in the cron expression, we can use something like this. Let's try to apply that here. Okay. So all the values filled, this means 16th of May, 10:32 at 0 second, and yes, it's a Friday. So what is a cron expression? It represents time. Right now 33 minutes has happened. So we will say this cron expression 34, and let's just do a save. Okay. Currently, this much is the time, 10:33:26. We said at 10:34, we represented a time 10:34. Let's see what happens at 10:34. Okay. So nothing but we represented a time, and at that time, 16th May, 10:34, 0 means 00 second. We are saying this method can be executed. So guys, what is our conclusion? Exact times can be represented using cron expression, and they provide multiple patterns. But the first conclusion is we can represent time using cron expression, and whatever time you set, that method will be executed at that point of time. That's the first conclusion. Okay, so let's note it down. So this can be represented like this. So if we say 34, okay, cron expression represents time. Second statement here is whatever time you represent, okay, accordingly the method will be executed. Simple, guys. Straightforward. Any time can be now represented. Now you can play around with it, put it into some diagram, get the understanding, and then just check it out. Okay? Or now, if you don't understand all these things, okay, what is all this? Right now, I think everybody would have just got it. But just imagine some other developer has put up some expression which you're struggling to understand. No problem, AI is here. You just copy this. If you're new to all this, not able to decode this, okay, what it all means, simply copy this, give it to ChatGPT again, give it to AI tools again, explain below. Okay, when it runs, it broke it down, and now converting it as well. That's it. And now it is explaining everything step by step. It's explaining everything step by step. Okay, May, 16th of May, Friday, at this much of time it is going to run, and then it is making it available. Okay. If May 16th is not a Friday, it will not run at all. So that means day of the week also have a significance. So along with time, it has to be that exact day, then it will execute. If today is not a Friday, it will not execute. So just be aware, using an expression, we can denote time. And guys, now, dekho, year part is not included here. If you observe, we did not configure 2025. So how this cron works is, it's a repeated process. Repeated means again and again it will repeat. So if they have not provided any year setting, that means by default 2025 it is running. Guys, exact same time in 2026 also it will be running. So first occurrence happened like this. It's the first occurrence. It is not providing a year mechanism, but it is at the rate schedule cron job. Cron is nothing but a repeated process. It will always repeat. When will be the next repetition? It is going to happen exactly at the same time, same date, 16th of May, but year will be different, 26. That will be the second occurrence. And then the third occurrence will be one more. So that is another thing to note. Okay, these are not one-time executions. These are repeated work. So, and at the maximum, every year at the same time, it is going to happen. Okay, now we ask this AI again, for this expression, give us the first 5 occurrence. But you need to understand, if next year it's not a Friday, it will not execute. So this Friday is adding further condition on the time part. For now, just understand this. Friday is adding another condition. Okay, it has to be this date and time, but it has to be Friday also. Then we are going to execute it. Or we don't know, next year, same time, Friday might not be there. It's not a full repetition, right? So dates move here and there. February is there, 30, 31 is there. So next year, same day, Friday might not be there. So it will not run on a Friday because Friday check is also there. So how do you really remove then these kind of things? That is where cron has given us another syntax, star. Star means every. So I think that's where you can understand the initial code with which ChatGPT provided. It said every at multiple occasions. Every day of the week. Let's try to interpret it. Every day of the week. Every month. Every day of the month. Every hour. Somehow divide by 10 we need to understand what certain 10-minute configuration is there. At 00 second, this method should be executed. So what is our observation here? Star means every. So if you want to really understand this expression which ChatGPT gave us, it simply means every day of the week, every month, every day of the month, means January, February, March, all days. Okay. Somehow, yes, every hour. So these 4 stars means these things. Means every time. And then comes down ki, okay, minutes, somewhat they have done it like star by 10. We need to understand what is that star by 10. But we tested it. It means every 10 minutes. And then at 0 second, 0 second, this method should be executed. Somehow we are getting that understanding. Okay. So let's think about it. We gave this current timestamp like this. Next year, 16th of May 2026, we don't know whether it will be a Friday, but you want it every time to run on 16th of May every year at this particular time, then you have to simply take this and say star. So don't try to really evaluate it. So sometimes you might have a requirement that every Monday it should happen. So if it is a Monday, then only it should happen. So sometimes business reports will be like that. Okay? So accordingly, you would need to put these things. But currently our requirement is not asking us to do that. So we can simply put a star. So star means every. Happy. So if you do it like this, it simply means we will ask ChatGPT now, give us the first 5 occurrence of this cron expression. Then let's see what comes as the outcome of that. Okay? Give us first 5 occurrence of this. Let's see what comes. Okay, it's trying to break down. So what ChatGPT is telling us clearly is, okay, 16th of May 2025 at 10:34 a.m. is the first occurrence. Next time this method, wherever you annotate this expression, will run on 16th May 2026 till 2027. Means what is happening, guys? The point we are trying to make is every year at the same day and time it will repeat. That's what these crons schedules are, repetitive jobs. It's not one time. So these are the few learnings. Okay, cron represents time. Okay, whatever time you represent, accordingly the method will be executed at that time. Okay, and the third part is these are repetitive in nature. Okay, so every year at the same time it will repeat as long as Spring Boot application is up and running forever. Okay, it will repeat over and over again. Okay, simple. Eh? This is what it is. Now let's try to understand it more deeper. So ho gaya sab configurations and all, but now let's try to experiment. We learned a few things. Star means everything, and we understood every portion has a meaning. Let's experiment with this to get more understanding on the concept. Okay? Let's think about it. For a few seconds, run it in your mind. I will not tell you anything. But what will happen? Think about this. What will happen if we give star, 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 star? Everything is star. Okay, think about it. What does this mean? We know star means everything, and we know all these individual values also. So that's the question to you. Think about it. What will this do? What will this do? That means if we apply this on a method, when is the method going to be executed? Think about it for a moment. Every day of the week. The week, there is no bar. Every month. That means even today is one of the month as per the calendar, right? So it is May month. So every day of the week, every month, even today is one of the month. Every day, today is 16, is just another day. So every day, so today also, every hour, right now 10 is happening, 10 hour. So currently also available. Every minute, currently is 45 minute. That means even right now is included in this. And we say every second. So just put the word every in front of all the sections, and it means this method will execute every second forever. Think about it. It's just logical. Okay? This will run every second forever. That's the power of the single simple statement. Okay, let's try to put this copy, and okay, we have already copied it. Now we are just going to save it for a moment and let's see what happens. Okay, just observe. 50, 51, 52, 53, 54 chal raha hai. Second by second, this method is being called. Repetition, repetition. And it will happen forever, because not just for 1 year, even for 2026 it will repeat, 2027 it will repeat. Ye chalega bhai, abhi chalega, right? So that's what it is. Every single second, over and over, till the entire lifespan of this project, this code is going to execute. Okay. Now I'll make a small twist in this. Think about it. Okay. So guys, think about this. This expression, we will put it into diagram so it becomes easy for you to think even these dates together. But yeah, this expression is this. Okay. This expression is this. If we make one small modification, for example, think about it. Okay. And maybe come up with an answer in your mind. If we make one small modification, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth place, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this place, I will make a modification. Instead of putting 16, I will put here 17. Then think, what will happen? Okay. So day of the month, I'm changing it to 17. Just process some thoughts. 1, 2, seconds, minutes, hours, day. We are putting a number saying today 16th, putting it 17 here. Think about it, what is going to happen. Think about it, what is going to happen. Okay. And if you have the answer, just mark this quick poll, just a simple yes or no, or give just a quick thumbs up. Kya hoga? Can you figure this out? What will be this pattern? Guys, what will be this pattern? Try to break it down same way. Every karte aaye the, right? Look at this same way. If you do it like this, what is going to happen? This represents this time. Here you can see the time factor also, right? What is going to happen? Some of the members have given thumbs up. What about the rest, guys? What is this? What it will do? Think about it. Just crack it down the way we did it here, or the way we did it here. Okay, some of the guys are getting it very nicely, quickly. Okay, very good. Nice. Let's try to just write it down. Simple hota hai, just break it down simply. Okay, guys, everybody, chalo, let's focus. What we can do is, this simply means every day of week. Good. I think majority has got the answer. Now let's focus. Let's look at what exactly this means. Every day of the week, of every month on 17th, okay, every hour, every minute, every second, run this method. That means only on 17th, every second. That means as soon as tomorrow starts, from 00 of tomorrow, for entire 24 hours, this method will keep running every second. That means today it is not going to happen. So tomorrow it will happen, and next year, 2026, again on 17th of every month it will happen. Okay, every month also is there. So first occurrence is going to be 17th of May 2025. Next occurrence will happen. So everything has a meaning. Next occurrence will happen on 17th of June 2025. Next will happen 17th of July 2025. And that is what it is. And every second in that, it is going to repeat. Means on these days, every second method is going to be executed. Okay? On each of these days, every second method will execute. तो थोड़ा सोचना पड़ेगा. All of these things have a meaning. This means every hour, every minute, every second. This will say 17th of every month. It is going to repeat, and year-on-year pattern in anyways there. So this is what it is. Now, if you're struggling to understand this, okay, the more you have to just practice and think, you will get it. Otherwise, ChatGPT is anyways there to explain you guys what this means. But try to relate it. Every month means May is a month, June is a month, July is a month. If you want to say every month May only it should happen, then you have to specify here that only May month. If you want only June month, then you specify June month. What does this mean? Any date, patterns can be configured in a cron expression. That's what we are trying to represent here. Any date, any time can be represented in a cron expression. A pattern can be represented, and they have given some syntax for doing it. If you are not able to figure out, give your requirements to ChatGPT. It will give you a syntax properly to represent whatever your requirement is. But be aware, all of that is possible using cron expression. So if you really ask this question to ChatGPT, we take this and ask this to ChatGPT, hey, explain me this. Okay, explain when will this execute. Then we can come here and then we can check this out. Okay, here's the breakdown. It is same, the way we thought, it is also thinking the same way. Every, this, blah, blah, blah. And what it means. Okay, the scheduled method will run every second on 17th day of the every month, regardless of month or the weekend. Super. This is what we were also trying to say. Ki chalega. Every month it is going to happen, and every second it is going to execute on that month. Okay. Now, guys, just think about it again logically. Ki what if you come to this point? Okay, we have this configuration. So if we make this save, today it is not going to run then, because today is 16th. Even though this configuration is active, today is 16th, it is not going to run today. If you want it to run only for 17th of May, we just put a 17th of May. Now, let's think. Today we are doing testing. So let's put it for today. 16th of May. Every year on 16th of May, it should execute. This configuration represents that. Every second on 16th of May, every year, this method will execute. As soon as today 16 over, from tomorrow, it is not going to happen. So guys, what does this expression mean? What does this expression mean? Okay. So let's go back to our notepad. This expression simply means 16th of May, every second method executes. That's it. 17th में आएगा नहीं होगा. June आएगा not happening, because you said very precisely. Okay, guys, this is how you can play with these each column to get whatever representation you want. Okay, guys, are we clear with this? Okay, simple. So your thought process should be whatever value is, convert it into that component, second, minutes, hours, days, month, and then try to analyze what will happen. If you're still struggling with it, give it to ChatGPT. It will explain you everything clearly. Okay. Abhi thoda now let's do some experimentation. So basic syntax is this much only, guys. Great. Thanks for confirmation. Now let's go here and tweak a bit here, guys. Okay. What tweaking we will do? So 16th of May is today. We say 10 it should run. So what will happen is, just think about this. It is running every second, but it will run for what time? 10 hours. In that, every minute of 10 hours, every second. What does this mean? As soon as the clock hits 11 hours, this process will stop executing. So again, same thing. The way we were thinking in terms of month and day of the month, like that you have to think in terms of these things also. Okay, only 10 hours. So in 10 hours, every minute, every second, this method will execute. As soon as this becomes next hour, 11th, it is going to disappear. Okay, now let's try to think about it from this manner. Okay, every 10 hours, currently 56 minutes is happening. So we will say only for 56 minutes, run it every second. Just see. All these are nothing but now permutations, combinations. So what will happen here? 10 hours, 56 minutes every second. So it is running. As soon as 57 minutes happens, this method will not execute. Think about it. It just represents those sections, but interpreting that, okay, how it method will be executed. 50, 38, 39. Let it run for the entire 1 minute. This is 56th minute happening. As soon as 57 happens, this method execution should stop by itself. So that means we are able to very clearly define patterns when the method can be executed at what time and with repetition. 57, 58, 59, boom. Stopped. So using these expressions, you can define when this method should execute, as simple as that. So we said every second of 56th minute, 10 past 56 on 16th of May, whatever day it is, that is fine. And every year it will happen only for this minute. 60 times this method will execute, and that's it. It will repeat in the next year at the same time for another just 1 minute itself. So that means we can represent time and patterns using these kind of expressions. Okay, अभी थोड़ा सा इस पे experiment करते हैं. When we are saying every factor, right? So let's say every month, every day, every hour, and we say every minute and every second it should come. So now it starts running forever. That's what we started with this main expression. It runs forever. Okay, now we want to change. Okay, think about it like this. We don't want it to run every second. Star means every. We don't want it to run at every second. Currently 24 seconds is happening. We want it to run at only 50th second. 0 to 59 hoga, right? 0 to 59 is how 60 seconds. Just see, 32 ho gaya. We want it to run only on 50 seconds. 50. Okay, it executed at 50. So star means every second. Precise value means that time. Earlier, we were playing with precise value at all these other places. Minutes can be 56, 57. Hours can be 10, 11. Like that, seconds can also be 0 to 59. So in that, we can choose a value. Let's say the value is 50. That means every minute at 50th second, this code will execute. So if we wait for a few more seconds, here it will be 59 minutes 50 seconds. So you can define at what precise second the method should be executed as well. Okay? So let's wait for a few seconds here. Observe, we defined like this, and it is executing 5850 and 5950. Every minute it is running, but not every second, on precisely whatever second you mention. Okay, so guys, understand this. Copying this statement, putting it in our notes. Okay, when you put certain like this statement and output may it is executing like this and like this and like this, means okay, every minute it's running, but on 50th second. Okay, now I'll give you a simple twist. Simple twist. Same thing, instead of 50th, now we will say 0. You need to understand what is this 0. Same way the way you thought here, same way try to think here. What will be the logic? The way we interpreted here, take the same reference and think what will be the logic here. Every minute, but on 0th second. 0th second is nothing but at the starting of the every minute. If you put a star, it will run 60 times. If you put a star, this will run 60 times in a minute. If you put 0, it will run only one time at 00 second. Understand the power here. A simple, making it a star, you are running the method 60 times. Making it a 0, method will run only one time. So these values are very important. Whether to run a method 60 times versus one time, dunya zameen asman ka fark hai, right? It's a big difference between the two. So be aware, simple twist can cause you to really mess up the system. So if you run it like this, it runs every second, means 60 times it will run in a minute. If you run it like this, it means every minute it will run only one time, that too at 0th second. The way we tried here, it runs every minute only one time, that is at 50th second. Here this means one time at 00th second. Here this means 60. Sometimes juniors get confused. Here 0 laga do, star laga lo, chalna chahiye. No yaar, here 60 times it will happen. Here one time only at this precise second. Try to get this clarity. Okay, let's try to demonstrate that quickly. So we go here and we are saying, okay, 0. Okay, save it. Okay, 49. After 11 seconds, it should execute. When it will become 11:03:00, around that time it should execute. Perfect. Happening or not? 11:03 at 00. And observe, for this entire minute, only one time this method is executed. If you change this with a star, it will run 60 times. Every second it will execute of that minute. So thoda sa be aware. Simple, replacing 0 and star, bonker. System is going to fail massively. So be careful really what you are doing. Otherwise it can really cause damage. Okay, fine. Now we come back to this point. The beginning of this, ChatGPT gave us, guys, is this clear? 0 and star ka difference. 0 means 0th second, one time in 1 minute. Star means every second of that minute. That's the difference, please aware. So 0 and star is not the same. It is different. Please note that. Okay. Again, initially, some people have some confusion about it. So please have the clarity. Kya hota hai? 0th second. Star means every second, 60 times a minute. Here, one time a minute on 00. So we gave example of 50, so you can understand 50th second, 0th second, and then star means every second. Okay, very good. Now let's understand this another variation. Good, everybody. Chalo, cron is going to definitely come in your IT career. So you need to have understanding about these patterns. That's where we are spending some time here. Okay. Okay, now let's just see what ChatGPT gave us at the beginning. It provided us something /1. Let's try to understand what is this pattern now. Oblique slash and then putting a number there. Okay. So it means, guys, something like this. Let's try to first understand here on paper. For understanding sake, we will try to experiment with this on seconds first. Then we can apply the similar concept on minutes part also. Dekho. If you put star, it means every second. 14, 15, 16, 17. It's running every second. If you want to define now interval, don't run every second, run every 5 seconds. Then what do? You do divide by 5. Run every 5 seconds. So what will happen? Then it will not run, okay, every second, but as soon as I save this, the behavior will change and it will start running every 5 seconds. Okay, let me make it even more simple. I want to run it every 2 seconds. So you define the interval between one occurrence and the next occurrence in this segment. So this is a second segment. Star means every second, but you say every second, but with 2 seconds of gap. So this means the next interval will be take 2 seconds of gap in between. So if I save it like this, just observe 18, 20, 22, 24. So kya ho raha, guys? It defines between this occurrence and the next occurrence this much of gap, or this is the interval between 2 occurrences. Okay, so 36, 38, 40. So star means every second, but when you do it with divide by 2, then it is going to split it. The next interval will be after 2 seconds, then after 2 seconds. If you do it divide by 3, so interval between every execution will be after 3 seconds now. Just see 0, 0, then 0, 3, then it will be 0, 6, then 0, 9. So if you really want to cut it down to that level, okay, within the seconds category at a precise interval between first and the second one, so then you can specify like this. And this rotation will continue to keep happening. So it /0 defines time interval. So not every, but after 3 seconds gap. This is what this statement means. After 3 seconds gap. So same thing when is specified here. ChatGPT gave us this code. Okay, if you don't put this, it means every minute it should run. But now you are saying every minute, but put a gap every 10 minutes. So that slash and a number specifies the gap between intervals. So when you say this, it means, okay, every minute, but add gap of 10 minutes. So then it starts becoming basically every 10 minutes if you put it into 1. So it is trying to run it every minute, but you are saying, hey, but there is a gap of 10 minutes, means next occurrence should happen every 10 minutes. Currently, the example that we have taken, in this example, we can clearly see that here we are saying every 3 seconds. Every second we want to do, but we are saying take a gap of 3 seconds between the next running. So that is where it becomes every 3 seconds this method should be executed. Here it is saying every 10 seconds the method should be executed. Okay? So guys, if you want to put a gap between 2 intervals, even though star means it will run every second, but you want to give a gap. Okay, no, don't every second. Do it every 3 seconds, every 5 seconds. You can specify that with this syntax of slash and then defining your time interval. Okay, so we can simply take this. Okay, slash defines the time interval after which the method should be executed. So if you want to, like, if you put star, it means every second. If you put /5, means every 5 seconds. /10 means every 10 seconds. That's how this pattern is going to be. So if you put this .10, so it starts like this. Okay. So abhi 50 ho gaya. Let it happen. Let it run. Every 10 seconds, it should print a value here. Okay. So now, yes, it has printed 11, 10, 0, 0. Just observe 0, 0. Then after that 10 seconds it waited. So it defines interval between two executions among the seconds category if you want to further break down. So just see, it is running at 0, 0. Then after that 10 seconds. Then after that 20 seconds, and so on and so forth. The cycle is happening. Okay, fine. थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे भी a bit twist is there. Please focus. There are multiple syntaxes. This star in between also has a meaning and a purpose. This says starting point. Okay, please note this. Now we will try to dig into this first half of this. So second half is saying, yeah, interval is of 10. But the first half here, it says, okay, this defines, the first half defines starting point. Okay. And when you say star, it takes, okay, first valid value of that component. What is a component? Hours, seconds, minutes. I'm calling that as a component. Seconds, minutes, hours, day. So whatever that component is, when you say star, it means first valid value. First valid value is the starting point. This defines the starting point. Okay, thoda once you see some examples, you will get the clarity. Okay, what does this mean? Just think about it. For the seconds, the first valid value is 0. How do we know that? Some time ago, ChatGPT, in this example, when we asked for explaining, okay, explain, we said something. This guy started giving us some guidance also. Kahan gaya? It gave nice table in the beginning. Explain, we said. Yeah, just observe here. Seconds ka first valid value is 0. Minutes, okay, they just explained it here. Hours, first valid value is 0. Day of the month cannot start with 0. Day of the month starts with 1. Month is January. January starts with 1. Day of the week, first valid value is 0. So when you define a syntax like this, x/y, here y defines the time interval when it should run. Time interval. And x defines the starting position. X defines starting position. Okay. And in place of x, if you write star, it means first valid value. Okay, what does this mean? Which is the first valid value for seconds? It is nothing but 0. So if you just put this expression something like this, first valid value of second is 0. So instead of writing it star/10, this defines the starting point. Starting point, we are saying 0. Both this method and this will behave the same. So if you start as 0 is the valid value, this is what it is. So we can replace this with like this also, guys. Instead of here, we can say starting point is 0. So we'll say 0th is the starting point. So for day of the month, starting point is not 0. There you have to use 1. So if you are using a 0 there, that's problem. So if you don't want to differentiate between which is the first valid value, so people generally will use star/. So it will behave accordingly depending upon wherever you use it. Okay? Just observe this. At 14:00, it appeared. Next 14:10, it is appearing. Next 14:20 it is appearing. So that is the starting point. Accordingly it calculates. Okay? So that is the starting point. Accordingly it calculates. The starting point is 0, and then from there keep doing it at every 10 second of gap. So we can break it down. Okay, starting point is 0, and from there every 10-second gap run this method. This is the meaning of this 0/10. Okay, let me give you a quick twist here. What will happen if we make starting point as 2 second? We are changing the starting point. Instead of 0 starting point, we are saying 2 starting point. So just take this statement and write it in this manner. Starting point is 2, and from there, every 10 seconds gap, run this method. What do you think will happen? First time occurrence, it is 200. Okay, 2 second. After that occurrence is going to be 2 plus 10, 12 second. After that, 22 second. After that, 32 second. This is how the pattern is going to be. Sometimes if requirements are getting into that granularity, okay, so maybe we might have to do this instead of starting with a 0. If you want to get more precise, that option is provided by cron expression. That's what it is. Okay? So currently when you put a 0 or a star, it is rotating at that fixed, just see 10, 20, 30, because it is counting the beginning as 0, and from there it is counting. But if we change the pattern, like instead of 10, let's call it like 2. So what will be the occurrence? It becomes 2, 12, 22, 32, 42, 52, and again 0, 2. This cycle keeps repeating. This cycle keeps repeating over and over and over and over again. Okay? So let me save it right now. So here we are saving it right now. Let's see what happens. Just see 1702. So the first occurrence is now changed. Earlier it was happening at 00. Now it is happening at 02. Next occurrence is 12. So starting point is defined by this portion. Sometimes you might have to do it. So please be aware. Before slash is the starting point. After that is nothing but how much is the time interval gap you want to have, and then accordingly it rotates. Okay, one clarity here also you need to have. Here you go, guys. This starting point is used for calculation. Okay, what does this mean? It does not wait for the 0th to. Thoda sa samjho. If you are executing, let's say, if you are bringing the system up at this point, if your microservice is restarted at this point, between 22 seconds, let's say at 26 seconds, you are restarting the microservice. What it does is, it takes this 2 as a reference of starting point, calculates when the next occurrence should be 12, then it should be 22, then it is 32. So even though you start it like this, first time it will be printed at 32. It does not wait key first let me become 2 and then I will start every 10 minutes. No, it does not happen like that. Please have that clarity. Starting point is for calculation starting point. So if it is 2 means 222, this is going to be the cycle. Whenever started, it looks for the next possible value. At that time, it takes and goes forward. Sometimes people again get it confused here. Starting point means they say, oh, it will wait till the first 2 happens and then it will put the gap. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, let's try to experiment this. We will do a save. 2 already has happened. We will wait for some more time also here. Okay, let come 12 also, let it come. Okay, 12 has come. I'm still restarting the microservice. Okay, restarted microservice. Just see, even after restart happened between 18, on 18, we are able to see 22. So it does not wait कि first 02 पे जाना है and then I will start counting. No, it calculates it. Even though we started right now, we started here. Right now we started here at 18 seconds. Still, it executed the next one at 22. It did not wait for the starting point. That's the point we were trying to demonstrate here. It uses starting point only to calculate this repetition frequency. Okay, when should be the next occurrence? So when you specify like this, 2 is the starting point, and from there every 10 seconds, okay, this is used for calculating the next occurrence time. It does not wait for 2 seconds for getting started. Okay, whenever the code is deployed, whichever is next possible occurrence, okay, that will be considered. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. I think we have practically demonstrated, and I think these are good initial points to get the concept here of scheduling. Guys, are we clear with this? So thoda sa be aware of this. Slash means after certain gap we need to do it. Guys, are we clear? Please give a quick thumbs up. देखो interview time पे they might play with freshers like this. अच्छा ये बताओ बेटा वो बताओ. So they might just do that. So just be aware of how these configurations work, because it is a bit confusing. But if you think deeper about it, it will work really nicely for you. Okay, so that's what it is. So put some attention. There are a few more syntaxes, 2-3 syntaxes we will see, and then we will just go to the next point. Okay, what are these 2-3 syntaxes? You can put 2-3 more syntaxes, something like this, guys. We can put hyphen, we can put comma. These syntaxes are also possible. Hyphen represents range, comma represents more values. Okay, what exactly this means? Okay, you go here. For simple understanding, let's reset this back to star. It will mean every second. 4, 5, 6 chal raha hai. Okay, now let's put some numbers here. We know that if we put here, let's say 30, it means every 30 seconds. In 1 minute, only one time it will execute on 38th second. That's what this 30 means. Right? We saw this example with 50, with 0, now with 30. But you want that multiple times it should happen. Okay, so you can say 30 it should happen. Let's say comma, 35 it should happen. 45 it should happen. 53 it should happen. Let's say you want it to happen at multiple places. Oh, apne sare occurrences chale gaye. It came at 53. Now you can say 15 it should happen, 19 it should happen, 25 it should happen. You can give your occurrences here as a comma separated value. Okay, so 7 ho gaya. Let's wait for these occurrences to kick in now. Just see 15, it is happening. Next occurrence, 19, it is happening. Next we said 25, it should also happen. So 25. Next occurrence, 30, it should happen. So it should come on 30. Next, 35, it should happen. So it should come like that. Means you can define precise values here. So 30 means 30th second. You can say as many seconds as you want, and it is going to be visible. So please be aware, comma based multiple values can be provided for each of this configuration. Okay, so sometimes we might need to use this, and as this comma is applicable for all the things, you can apply that for minutes, hours, months, and everything. Comma, these syntaxes are applicable. Okay, so we go here, and that is what, let's take the learning from this. Okay, this, okay, it will run on 15th second, comma, 19th second, next 25th, next 30, and so on. Whatever values you can define more than one values to execute, just make it comma separated values and it will start behaving like that. That is nothing but comma related demonstration. Now you can give a range related demonstration. Range is what? X to Y, right? X to Y, that's what is range. So you can simply say from 10 second to 20 second, like this. You define starting, you define ending, you put it into a range. So then it will include all the values in between. Let's just save it. देखो 5 हो गया. The time right now is 5 seconds. Now 10, 11, okay, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, boom, gone. So every minute it should run. But when the seconds are 10 to 20 seconds, so like that, range-based configuration also is possible. So again, when the next minute hits again, it will again activate from 10 to 20 times, and it will run the method those many number of times, and after that it will wait for its next cycle to happen. And all this configuration Spring guys have internally implemented. You can imagine how complicated all this tracking is going to be, right? So we are using these configurations, but behind the screen, Spring has to call these methods. You can imagine how much coding they would have to do based upon this. Here we as a developers are struggling to really understand these. They have to read it and then call these methods those many number of times. I think they have done a pretty great job here, right? Yes or no, guys? So we can define patterns. They are internally processing this and accordingly calling the business logic. So range-based can also be there. Let me put this example in our notepad. So copy this. And here range-based. It means every minute from 10 seconds to 20 seconds, run this method. This is what it is. You can put a combination also, 10 to 20, and after that you can say and comma 30 comma 35 to 39. You can put like this, a mixture also, it is all possible. Okay? So if you save it like this, so you can put individual values, comma separated, you can join and just see 10, 12, okay? Let it run for some time. 16, 17, 18, 19, just observe here 20, it stopped. Next it should run at precise value 30 seconds. So after 10 seconds, now it will run again. 30, it ran, very good. Now from 35, it will continue, 35, 36, 37, yeah, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and then again waiting for the next 10 to happen. So you can play around with these configurations, and depending upon the need of your project, you can use these things. For now, with these experiments, we are just understanding that a lot of things are possible with this. Okay? Chalo, very good, guys. Let's save this as an example. Accordingly, our demonstration was working also, right? So you can mix with range and, okay, you can mix with range and individual values. Okay, all that works. Same thing you can do here. You can specify here it should be a Friday. You can specify that it has to be a Friday and Saturday. If you only specify like this, so whatever your date is, on top of that, this day of the month is going to also be applicable. If you don't want to get into day of the month logic, just simply put a question mark here. Okay, question marks means every, it will not impact your rest of the flow. Okay, sometimes people might use, okay, star mark, asterisk means every. Sometimes people might use a question mark here. Question mark means ignore this value. Whatever here is, ignore that, just operate based upon these rules. So it will behave the way star was behaving, question mark will also behave like that, but way of interpretation is different. Question mark means ignore this day of the week completely, just interpret it based upon the remaining values and just execute like that. So if you specify star, it means consider the value and consider that everything should be used. Output will be the same. If you say star here, it means consider this value, and then whatever you specify, star means Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, pura ka pura week. If you specify question mark, it simply says ignore this value, just based upon the rest, build your logic for execution. Okay, so by default, this will be considered. There is nothing to focus on day of the week here. That we can achieve with a question mark if you want it to ignore this value. So anyways, it's fine. You can put a star. Consider kar lo. Just consider that everything should be taken care. That's what it is. So please be aware, sometimes syntax wise, you might see question marks also, which simply means ignore this value and build the logic considering rest of the values that you have. And this basically becomes all the values which are available in that category. Okay? Chalo, so just be aware, sometimes question marks can also be possible. Okay? Question marks can also be possible. Question mark means ignore this value and build the logic based upon rest of the values itself. Okay? So guys, this is how cron related working will be for us to implement in our project. Now I think you can write it very confidently. No need of even ChatGPT. You can simply go here and say 10 minute karna hai. Why do we worry about seconds? Not required. We will simply say 0th second. Don't make it star because it will run 60 times. Don't make it star. Star will run it 60 times in a minute. So don't do that. It's a chaos. So 0 hona chahiye. Ke bhai, run it once at 0th second. So 0 has to be there. And after that, we are saying starting point, consider star. Star means 0th starting point slash put a gap of 10 minutes. So this is what initially ChatGPT provided us. So starting point, consider 0th. Accordingly, calculate your 10 minutes frequency. And then every 10 minutes of every hour of every day of the month, of every month and every week, just keep executing it year on year on year. That's how our recon logic is defined. So in interview, they might say, okay, you were doing recon. How did you schedule it? You have to explain this cron expression. And once you start putting this on the paper, they will start getting into details. Okay, what if this happens? What if that happens? How can you do this kind of a setting? So try to really, because recon means schedule. Schedule leads to these kind of questions. How did you implement scheduling in Spring? You need to be clear on these concepts. Okay? So fine. This, I think now everybody can understand the meaning of this statement, which we first took from ChatGPT, but then we dissected throughout, and now we have the clarity what this means. Right? Guys, are we clear with this? Give a quick thumbs up. Samajh gaye? Okay. Very good. Nice. Okay. And with AI, fatafat ho jata hai, so you don't have to really break so much head also. Earlier, it might be a strategy, but right now, fatafat hota hai. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you or do some small experiment. Let's see. Okay, good stuff, guys. Thanks for confirming. Ek small experiment karte hai. GitHub Copilot, power tool we have, right? Yesterday, how we were coding, commenting, and Copilot was generating. Can we do something like this? Okay? We will give a comment. Okay? Schedule this method to run every 10 minutes. Give an enter. Okay. Just see. ChatGPT gave this kind of syntax, right? Fixed rate can be utilized. So one of the example this guy provided here. Okay, now if we just give a tab, we can do it like this. Now give more information to this tool using cron expression. Let's give a tab. Wonderful or not? What is happening to coding? Coding is getting outdated. Understand. With commenting, code is being generated. With chatting, code is being generated. But in order to see whether this code is proper or not, that is where coding skills are required. Without having coding skills, how will you evaluate what this means and should you use it, should you not use it? We cannot blindly trust on whatever code comes in front of our eyes. So for that, you don't have to code, but you need to develop skills to understand code, debug code, and maybe make a small modifications. But with commenting activity, we are able to do the coding. Logical thinking, if you have, life is pretty simple. That is what having AI tools, and everybody is using that in companies in the current times. So you have to, yes, for now, use the open versions of ChatGPT, another thing. No need to get a paid GitHub Copilot. I am doing that so that you can practically see how life becomes simple if these tools are available. If you're not having these things and you are doing your coding at your side, so you will feel here in live how easily all these things are happening. And I think that is where you should realize the power of AI. Okay. So, but not sure. I think for students, a lot of these guys are giving now free setup and access also. I think GitHub Copilot for student also, they are providing some free things, but you need to then discuss with them. Maybe your institution or university should be properly registered, recognized. Something criterias are there. Explore it online. If for students some lightweight versions are possible. Okay. For Cursor, they are said they did it. I think for Copilot also they say it's open for students, but thoda figuring will be required for that. Okay. Okay. So fine. This is what it is. And we said, right, sometimes question mark could be there. So question mark is there. Starting point 0. ChatGPT gives a star say. This also works fine. We know that what this means. We know what this means. We know that this is every time. So this is also a valid expression to run at 10. So because we know how these expressions work, so there is no confusion at all. ChatGPT gave star by 10. This guy is giving 0 by 10. We know what this means. ChatGPT gives star here. This guy is giving question mark. We know what this means. What is this? What is 0? We know everything. So for knowing everything, knowledge is required. For coding things, now knowledge is not required. For understanding, knowledge is required. Okay? So fine, this is what we are. We can take this. It's already saved. It will run every 10 minutes. That's what it is here. Okay? This is another variation. This also does it. We use GitHub Copilot to generate this code. It's one and the same. Okay. Now, guys, we will do last testing with this. This runs every 10 minutes. Now, let's actually call our business logic. So this temporary code that we have written, okay, we will remove this code and then let the actual business logic execute. And we know what happens in the actual business logic. Yesterday, we tested all that. For that, provider service also needs to be up and running. So we will first bring the provider service also up. Right click, run as provider service up. एक simple test करते हैं. Because yesterday we tested in detail. Instead of now calling from Postman, we are going to call it from this hook point. So we will not call from Postman. We will just observe. Okay. So provider service is up and running. 8083. Very good. Here we are. Currently, we will keep this. Let's set up a data. We will go to the database. Okay, let's set up some statuses. 4 status is fine, 3 status is fine. Okay, 3 and 4 means pending and approved. So that is good. So test data we are setting up. We will set up 2 records we will pick, guys, this time. So 0, 0. 2 records we will pick. So for picking 2 records, we made a modification. Transaction status. Yesterday we did all this. Today, just since we did recon automatically, let's just hook this code and see how it behaves. So recon will pick up all 3s and 4s, but with retry count less than max retry, which is 3. So this time below 2 transactions are eligible. Okay. Since we are resetting the data, I will just remove error code and error message as well. Okay, these 2 things are done, saved. Next, let's produce some test data. Let's say some payments which are in open status with PayPal. How can we do that? We go here and then we simply call create order. 17. We are trying to create a new order. Okay, we got a response. We take this. This is a new order number 1, and we will call it once more order number 2. So just setting up some test data. 2 orders which are in PayPal action required state. How our recon is going to work? We first will call the PayPal system and see whether the status is action required. If it is required, we don't do anything. We just increment the retry count and we keep trying it for 3 times. After 3 times also, if this is still action required, we mark it as failed. That simple use case we are going to test. Okay? So that's it. We will just run the cron and let the 3 retries happen, and we will see how the rest of the process is working. Okay, so this is going to be our test scenario. Test scenario. Okay. Recon triggers the retry, or scheduler triggers the recon method 3 times. For testing purpose, we will make it 1 minute delay. Why to wait for 10 minutes, 30 minutes to essay it will go. So 1 minute delay we will do so that we can quickly test it. So scheduler triggers the recon method 3 times, 1 minute delay. Okay. And we will have 2 orders in pair action required. We will not do any other thing. 2 orders in pair action required. Okay. And observe how each of the retry or recon attempt works. This is our test scenario. What is our expectation? Expectation. On every run, just increment retry count. On every run, just increment retry count. Next expectation is when 3rd retry happened, after that, update as failed in DB with retry count also updated as 3. This is the basic expectation. Okay, now let's do some testing. Okay, let's try to produce this case. In order to produce this case, we are having 2 order IDs. We will take these 2 order IDs and set it up in our database. Just now we created the 2 order IDs. So we go here. One we set up for provider reference 1 order. Second we set up for the another order. Okay. Next we do save of this. So DB changes are persisted. 3 and 4. 2 transactions with 0 counts. IDs are in pending with PayPal. Now come to the source code. And now we want recon to trigger. For testing, we said we will wait for only 1 minute. So 3 minutes will be gone in this testing since we are wanting to test it for 3 times. Okay? So we will make this 1 minute modification and then we will remove this temporary block that we had. And if we save this, recon starts taking effect. Okay? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Fine, save, and let's go. We said 0th second of every minute. 0th second. So right now it's 43. We started the service as 4309. So it will wait for 4400, and that is going to be the first occurrence of this code. So let's wait for 1144. Then the first occurrence is going to trigger. Okay, first occurrence is triggered. Lot of business logic process. We need to be fast because within 1 minute, next occurrence will also be triggering. We updated the 2 values in the database. Both of them was having this status itself. Go to the DB, call. Yes, retry count is updated as 1 for both. Provider reference are fine. Current status is still 4 and 3. Okay, retry 1 results are good. We are good here. We can further investigate this also. Okay, what all happened? Recon process was triggered. We called them. We got 200, and this was the status that we came. And then we just simply updated the 2 values in the DB. Attempt number 1 is done. Now attempt number 2 is going to happen at 11:45 beginning. So every 1 minute. So yeah, 11:45 beginning. Attempt number 2 has happened. Again, we are marking updates in the database for the transaction. Okay, update in the database for the transaction. And let's check it out. What is happening here? We are saying retry count is 2 in this case. Just see, previous object is here. Next object is here. Because both are independent threads. So whenever they are done, they will be done. Okay? We come here, go to the DB, call the query again. Both of them are 2, 4 and 3. The statuses are still available. Now we need to have the retry attempt 3. After the third state, it should be marked as failed. This is how we can do cron testing. But we don't test it with this. The way we did yesterday, that is the right way of doing. Individually, every use case, you manually test with breakpoints. Later on, just do this testing to plug in recon on top of that system. Because with this pressure of quick testing and too many transactions, everything becomes chaotic, right? So let's check it out. Third time it ran, updating the transaction in the database. This time also we got player action, but our transaction status is considered as failed because third attempt has happened. And this is, yes, with proper error code and error message. And we are doing retry count 3. Let's go to the database, right? So we go here, enter 3-3. Third, max retry has hit. Error code, error message is proper. Great. Statuses are changed to 6, which is failed. Super. Our recon has done the activity. Next, fourth time recon is going to happen again on 11:47. Recon is an infinite process. Now the same transactions should not be picked again. That's what is the expectation. Boom. It ran at 4th minute also and went for checking in the database. It did not find any eligible transaction for reconciliation because the previous transaction status is changed to failed. So query did not work. No transactions, no settlement. And this recon will keep working every 1 minute right now. So in our live system, we will set it up to every 10 minutes. We can put this recon configuration in a property file and read it from that property file also. That's how we can have customization. And in future, people can just modify cron expression in property file and then just restart the service. It is going to be fine. So guys, our yesterday's code that we manually tested everything line by line, whether all updates are fine. Now we just hooked it and we are seeing, yes, the recon behavior is taking care. Just see, it attempted one more time. This behavior keeps happening now forever. Okay? So now in reality, code is going to be every 10 minutes. And this will be the final code right now, which is ready. Abhi DB mein transactions, if they are there, they will take and they will go forward. Okay. Guys, are we clear with this? Are we clear with this? Okay. Are we clear with this? So simple. If you simplify your tasks, it will become easy to complete. You can estimate it properly, code it properly, test it properly. If you just look at it like one big box, what to do, guys, Monday or last Friday, we discussed about recon entire system. Every day, step by step, we handled one piece. But by the end of this 1 week, 5 days, a full giant system is ready. That's how you have to strategically approach coding and development. You don't look at it one big box because then thoughts will not even work. Or from where to start, what to go. Your approach should be dissection. Okay? So guys, let me draw some quick conclusions out of our recon activity. Good guys. Okay, good guys, everybody. Thanks for confirmations. Let's draw some conclusions here. Okay? 1 week of recon. 1 week of recon. Always your approach will be first step. Whenever you build any system, what we can learn from recon. First, whenever you build any system, strong functional understanding. I'm telling you guys, many times juniors really go wrong here. They are joining the meetings, discussing, or functional requirements are being discussed there. Things go bouncer on their mind because they are not focused too much to really understand. Maybe they are not matured enough to catch every conversation. That is fine. In the beginning, everybody is a beginner. But then what happens is they don't do double effort to really strongly understand the functional requirement. Okay, what needs to be done? Functionality. What they do, they are in meeting, they listen. 50% they understand, 50% they don't. Then when they go to their laptops, they start assuming, oh, maybe this, maybe that. And then if you start building based upon assumptions, and majority of the freshers will make some wrong assumptions, and then come back saying, okay, I've done like this. And then the discussion comes, this was not even the requirement. Why have you built the system in the wrong manner? The requirement was like this. Read the user story again. Discuss with us if you don't have the clarity on functional requirement. So the first learning is strong functional understanding should be there before you start your coding. At least 70 to 80% clarity has to be there. Okay, what is required? Because if you don't understand, you cannot code. Whatever you code, it's crap basically. If you don't understand, right? Kuch bhi likh doge, it will not work. You have to write what is required. So step number 1 is like this. If you don't understand something in functional requirement, go back to your place. Think about the entire conversation, what happened in the meeting. I'm telling you, when I was in my beginning days of my IT career, from 0 to 1 year experience, what I used to do is, I used to take my phone, and in whichever meeting I am going, I used to put the recording on. Nobody knew it, but I used to put the recording on and record the entire meeting discussion requirements. And then come back. I used to understand something. Whatever I was not understanding, I used to play it again and like, okay, what these guys said. And spend double time if required. Triple time is required. But understand really what conversations are happening. Okay, I think you're lucky here because whatever I'm speaking, same way discussions will happen at the work. So maybe initially you might feel a few topics here and there, but right now we're in week 6. Whatever statements I'm saying, you will just catch everything. That's what happens when you work in industry. You start listening to different terminologies, different words, different way of thought process. And then over a period of time, maturity grows. Okay? So what we are saying is step number 1 is strong functional understanding. Everybody should be having. If you are not clear, work more harder, get your understanding, discuss with your team members, hey, this is my understanding. And am I right? Am I wrong? And let them give you some more direction or guidance. But don't understand wrong and don't code wrong. That is the first thing. Okay? Second, you need to think in terms of design aspect. Multiple microservices are there. Which microservice will have what? In which database, what kind of logic will be there? Where synchronous communication, where asynchronous communication? Where REST API calls, where not? So design aspect of things have to be thought about. Architecture and design. This service will have this code. It will talk to that service. That service will have that code. Here we need to make this modifications in the database. That big picture. Before you start, you should have the big picture. It will tell you how many microservices you have to modify for these functional requirements. What all database changes are required. Where what kind of logic will be there. That design aspect should be clear before you even write your first code. So yes, you discuss it with team members, whatever, but get that clarity. For example, we had clarity. Recon needs to be built in processing service. Okay, with that clarity, we went in. DB should be of processing service, no cross-locking. Okay, for recon to work, we needed to call get order, capture order. That will reside in PayPal provider. How can we call them? Doing this analysis, end-to-end design aspect. That clarity should be there as a first step. Once you are clear with high-level approach of how to implement it, then it comes to the low level It really boils down to this. How will be your laid application, controller, service, DAO, other packages, what all classes needed in journey? Can you do some reusability? Okay. Next, where modular applications, not writing everything in the same class, breaking it down, where to put interfacing, where to put implementations, how the injections and all that should happen, right? So that kind of a bit clarity should be there. Mostly, at least if you have high level direction, rest of the things you can figure out while you code. So you don't need to be like, this is another wrong notion which college fresher has. Somewhere these class diagrams, a lot of theory you might have learned in your college times, class diagrams will be there, where detailed name of the class, name of the method, variables. Guys, it does not happen like that. In my 15 years in IT, we never work like that. Maybe for very old kind of projects, still that slow process might be there. Right now, it doesn't happen. In my 15 years, I have never drawn a class diagram. Okay, we draw general diagrams. Okay, major classes 3, 4, this is going to talk. Only that kind of overview is required. You don't have to become pixel perfect in your classes. Okay, we will have 10 classes doing this, not required. Key classes you note down and how the relationship will be there. Maybe what are the key methods, that's it. That will be maybe 3 or 4 classes with 1 or 2 method. Only that clarity. Remaining everything, when you code, then you figure out. The way we were doing it all live. Abstracting helpers here and there, putting some methods here and there, defining constants, defining utilities. So while you code, you make your system beautiful. That is the approach, how it happens in industry. Don't get stuck with the college level mentality about we need to have very detailed sequence diagrams, class diagrams, these diagrams. Guys, maybe in pre-agile world, those processes might be very much needed. But right now, it happens a lot of dynamically. Low level aspect may, you need to be clear with main classes, main methods, how they are going to communicate with one another. Only the main things. Okay? Only core classes, interfaces. That clarity should be there about this layered application and other core things, main pieces. Remaining everything, you do it on coding. That's it. So you figure out the main classes, core classes. Once you are figured out with this, step number 4 comes is start your coding. And while you are coding, then enhance the system. The way we are daily coding, we are enhancing, we are beautifying it. We code piece by piece. We make it then work. We improve, we refactor. So that is how your approach should be. Start coding, okay? And enhance, refactor, piece by piece. Again, what are the other disciplines which we have discussed with regards to coding? Pareto principle, 80-20 principle. The complex unknown piece of the logic, first work upon that one. Don't do easy stuff first. If you're doing the easy stuff first, you don't know complex wala will happen or not happen, or what are the challenges. Your entire delivery gets affected. So Pareto principle says 80-20. Eat the frog first technique, productivity rule. Eat the frog first, complex things deal with first. Pareto says 80-20. Do the 20% main item first. The remaining will be easy anyways. So considering these two laws, accordingly you have to get into coding. Deal with complex, uncertain piece first. And when you do this, code a little, test a little, apply this model itself. Don't do anything else. Don't code for 2 hours and then start testing. No. Service should be up. You are making modification. Logically code. Where hard coding required, for now hard code. Add a to-do statements. When 1 week is done, our entire recon is done. Did we try to code it like line by line, everything perfectly? No. We coded with iterations. Okay, first we will do success integration, failure integration, this call, that call, and then pieces were emerging, and today we are able to run that in a scheduler. That's how you have to do coding. In 1 week, full feature will be ready. But how did you do it? In a stress-free manner. Anything other than this, you are tracking, remembering, missing cases, and not able to test properly, last moment may delayed with your functionality. Don't do that. Do it in a logical way. Guys, with my 15 years of experience, I'm telling you, the way we did it here, same way you do all the features. And if you can find to improve this approach further, go ahead doing that. So you can experiment, you can make it better. That is all okay. But don't make it worse. Don't make it bad, right? Improve. That's how humanity is, right? We improve what we are given. So take this, understand this, think logical, do logical. If you find area of improvement, go ahead making it better so that it is good for you in a long run. Okay? Don't make it bad. That's very important. So code a little, test a little model. You keep doing that. And yes, piece by piece, develop the entire functionality. Okay? By end of time, all features will be ready. Okay? Guys, so this is what are the main learnings about how to progress any project requirement. I would put a few checkpoints here. What is that? When you are working in teams, whatever your understanding is there about functionality, design, whatever you are planning to do here, keep discussing this with your leads in your team. Okay, hey, I'm thinking this is my approach. You will use ChatGPT and AI for all your analysis, but further you have to understand and then conclude, okay, this is how I'm planning to do it. Keep sharing your approach with your seniors while you're working on this feature, at least in the beginning days of your IT career. Okay, the reason being, if you are thinking in a wrong direction, here itself, your leads will correct you. Because if you spend your entire time building a wrong thing, then you go for a code review, then they will be like, what is all this mess? This was never expected. Why have you done all this? There was simpler way to do all these things. So don't waste your time. Okay. So before you put in all this effort of coding and building and stuff, before that, better keep discussing your approach. In a 5 minutes conversation, it doesn't take much conversation. Ask your lead, can I have 5 minutes of your time? This is how is my understanding, and I am planning to develop it like this. Are my thoughts in the right direction? Do you want me to further improve in certain area? Or is there any other way that I should develop in? Discuss that. I'm telling you that 5 minutes conversation will save a lot of your time and efforts. Otherwise, in the end, you are a different person, your lead is a different person. Thought process will be different. Pura kaam karke, you do it like for 3 days, and then you go for discussion for the lead, and then he says, hey, all this is like, there was so easy way to do it. We have already done it in the past service. You should have just taken the reference of that. Why have you coded all this all over again? 3 days are completely wasted now. These kind of things happen very commonly in the industry if you don't follow the proper process of development. What is that? Keep checking your understanding with your reviewer or your leads. Okay, before full-fledged starting with code. Okay, finalize your understanding and approach with your leads or seniors, whoever. 5 minutes conversation. You don't have to write there. You just have to explain, I'm planning to do it like this. Am I on the right direction? Or can you give me some any other tips also? So they will give you some direction correction if required. But in the end, when you go for a review, they will not say, ki, bhai, kya kar diya hai? They will not be like, come on, you have done a mess. Now how I can continue further with it? No, they cannot say that because they already have discussed. And guys, if they get to that, when you went to review and they are like, we were not expecting this, you should understand 3 days you have invested here. There was other task also planned for you. Today you were supposed to finish this. Now in your review it is coming, it's not done. And then you say, I then need more 1.5 days. But then working in Agile says, other task was supposed to start today only. This task was supposed to finish in 3 days. After 3 days, you are saying, give me more 1.5 days. And what will happen to your next day? This is where a lot of pressure starts coming in the IT industry for people who are not organized properly. You're losing time in the current feature, creating more bugs, bad quality, and then that work is not completed. And next deadline is also coming. That feature needs to be started. And then people spend late nights, work on weekends, and then go on social media and cry, okay, what kind of company this is, work-life balance is not there. You need to understand your lack of maturity, and lack of professionalism is leading into that disaster. Don't blame the companies, don't blame the leads. You have to fix it by being more responsible. Companies don't want you to work late. Companies want ki 10 to 7, Monday to Friday. You plan and you deliver. You said you will do it in 3 days. Now you're doing a bad job and then blaming the companies, okay, we are working on weekend. No, it's your mistake. Understand that. The sooner you realize okay, you are in control, your IT career will go good. Otherwise, stress will start coming, tension will start coming, and you will be like, I'm not able to do the job. IT is expecting so much, and future is going to be different, right? AI is coming, tools are changing. 50% of the IT workforce will not be there in industry. The good 50% will be there. In that, being bad is not an option, guys. Okay? So future is different. You have to belong into the top 50%. They will have a good future, great future, lot of money. But remaining 50 ka nahi hai. So don't try to belong there. Don't complain. Don't blame. Solve the problems. I'm trying to really tell you. If you have to belong into the top 50%, then IT career is going to be there for you. If you belong into the bottom 50, we don't know what can happen, when AI can do what. We are not aware of those things. But this is for sure, bad performance will not be there in the industry. Somehow, and guys, let me tell you, currently also, if you look at the IT industry, 50% people are not good. Don't think everybody is good. No, 50% people, more than 50 is not good. A lot of people are average people, low performing people. Low performers will be cleaned out of the industry. Average people have to push themselves to belong in a good category. So don't think it is hard. No. If you belong into the good category, industry will definitely consume you. As simple as that. Because AI can do far better coding. So you just have to be good in all the other aspects of becoming a full IT professional and using the AI tools properly and being responsible, and stop blaming the system and the companies and this and that, and work with the system so that you can succeed and grow in your career. I'm telling you the truth. Okay? I'm telling you the truth. A lot of people have acquired negative mindset about IT industry and starts blaming, complaining, this, that, and then they blame we are getting stressful because of the IT work environment. Now, some projects might be like that. I'm not saying everything about IT is perfect. Some managers will be mess. Some projects will be chaotic. That will be there. Yes, such projects you should stay away from. If your life is becoming a nightmare, first try to see, is it happening because of you? Are you not able to plan your work, complete your work, give the estimations properly, do a better job? Are you the problem? If you are not the problem, it is always the system. Then discuss it with your manager. We are always in this. Can we make it better? It is affecting really my other aspects of life. Discuss it. If you are not the problem, first thing is retrospect yourself. There could be many times your improvement in working will simplify. And guys, IT is a very busy industry. So don't think somebody else will come and solve your problems. You have to fix your own life. So first, retrospect. Once you analyze and improve, then you realize, no, yaar, system mein problem hai. Sometimes it will be there. Nobody is perfect. Everybody is human being. We make mistakes. Projects might be sometimes mess. Companies might be mess. Then discuss. Talk to your leads, managers. This is really hard. Why all this nightmare? We should have a simpler, elegant life. Like it should be more productive, not stressful. And if stress time is coming, it should be maybe a couple of sprints, not like one year under stress. Discuss it. And if the project manager, he says, no, this is our work culture, discuss with the HR. Okay, I want to change my project. I want to go into maybe something else. Is it possible? Do it smartly. Okay? Just discuss it. Okay, aise ho raha hai, I am feeling a bit. Can you please give me some guidance? Don't, again, fight and argue and blame. Use your words softly. Okay, again, soft skills. What to speak, when to speak, how much to speak. Sense is required for all those things. Not speaking is also a problem. So you have to speak. Otherwise, you will suffer your entire IT career. So not speaking is a problem. While you speak, sensible speaking is required. You get aggressive, emotional, that is not going to work out for you. So smartly you need to talk to people. Discuss with HRs. This is happening. I raised it with my manager. Do you think it can simplify somehow? Just discuss it. Don't blame it. Discuss it. Okay, I'm here with a problem. Can you give me some solution for this? And in conversations, you can say, is it possible to change my project? I'm just checking because here it is getting really hard for me. I will give my best and all, but is it possible? And based upon inputs, discuss with your manager possibility. If you're in good rapport, you can talk to your manager. Can I switch also? If you are feeling, negative company, these guys are not supporting, start simply looking for an alternate job. Because yes, you should not be in stress. But important thing is stress should not be because of you. So first you solve yourself so that because of you stress is not created. And if your environment is creating it, discuss with them for solving that environment. If that is also not helping, start looking for alternate job and then make a switch. For doing all these things, your knowledge level should be really good, right? If you are lacking in your skills, other companies will not hire you also. So parallelly for doing job hunting and other things, you need to be really good in your technicals, in your mindset, in your approach. So that is what, guys, become a good IT professional. That is really required. Okay, in over and all aspect, in sense of responsibility, in terms of your attitude, your giving back to the team, a team player, always hunger to learn new things. This will be core expectations. Nobody tells you, but this will reward you or hurt you. So have these things properly. Okay. Okay. Once all these things are going good, one thing I want to clarify here. I think again juniors struggle with this. Look, guys, what happens is people have this notion, right? Should I stay in the same company for long or should I move to the next company? And you might hear, okay, every time when company switch is happening, you get a good hike. So that is where those who stay, basically they get behind. There are multiple truths to the situation. There are rights, there are wrongs. Let me just clarify a few things for you so that you can make smarter decisions with your IT career. First of all, you have to give your 100%. You have to be technically good and give value to the system. If you're not doing this, whatever other things you do is just nonsense. You complain, you stay in the company, you leave the company, none of that matters. You do whatever you want to do with your career. If you're not good, basically you are useless. As simple as that. So all these conversations which I'm doing right now make sense if you work on yourself and become really good. Then take these ideas. If you're already not good, not working for it, so none of the ideas will work for you because you're not deserving enough right now. First, you have to become capable of greatness, and then rewards of life should flow your way. Understand, it's very deep statement. If you're not capable, why do you want richness of life? It's very deep statement. If somebody gives you a job tomorrow with 10 CR at a CEO position, you will not be able to do that. I'm telling you, you will not be able to do that. I will not be able to do that. It needs different mindset to deal with that kind of pressure and decision making. Money might come, but that does not matter. Capability is not there. Money will just go bouncer. Roles will not be sticking to you also. So that is what I'm telling. You need to work on yourself and become capable first. After that, all the richness should come your way. Right? That's how it happens. But anyways, now understand this point. Trying to give you clarity. Understand that core truth about how these things happen. And therefore, you make your decisions. I'm not trying to force things to you. I'm trying to open up your eyes. So I'm telling at times harsh examples. My words might be pricking also sometimes. Because guys, we need to awake. So much of soft cushioning is going to be bad for us only, right? So somebody needs to tell the truth. That is where, as a mentor, I'm trying to tell you what will work for you. Whatever I thought in my career has worked. Practically, I'm trying to give you the guidance. Okay? And I've interviewed 10 plus years onwards. I'm interviewing. We have seen so many people from the market, from my company. Every year, promotions and hikes I have to give. I understand and analyze how people work, how IT expects. So take this as conclusions. It will really work for you. But then absorb this, understand this, and then make your own decision. Somebody I read this thing very nicely. This was a pretty nice quote. I think you should also abide with it. Okay, be a student Don't be a follower. This is a very deeper quote. Okay. Be a student, don't be a follower. Means it is okay to be a student and learn from the people who are giving you, but don't follow them blindly. What if they tell, go and jump from a building? You're not going to do that, right? That means smartness should be there in you. Yes, you have to be a student, because what others have learned from their experience, for you to learn that, it will take next 10 years. That is a lot of time. So if you can learn from my 15 years of experience, it's like rocket booster experience for you. Otherwise, it will take 10 years for you to draw the same conclusion. But now, if you get it in this 2 months of time, it's a rocket booster. In 15 years, you will be far ahead than where I am if you take these learnings. So that is what is be a student. But don't be a follower. What does this mean? Don't be a follower. Don't blindly believe in whatever I say. I am telling you my truth, what I believe in. And I know that works. But you cannot blindly believe it. You have to think. Okay, what Tausif is saying, is it really making sense? If I do it like this, will it really improve my life? Or will it make it worse? And then you have to analyze that thought pattern. And then you have to make a decision what you should do with your life. And whatever you decide, analyze. Did you make a right decision? Ego, you have to keep it aside. If you made a mistake, accept it. Yeah, I made a mistake. That's how you will improve further. If you let your ego and emotions grow, with that, you will never be successful with your life. You need to be humble to accept the failures. I went wrong, no problem. Have that kind of humility. You will succeed more nicer. But yeah, this is what it is. Don't be a follower. Understand my statements. Process my statements in your mind. And then you make a decision. What will work for you? Even if you make a wrong decision, no problem. We discussed that, right? System of success. You make a wrong decision, no problem. Tomorrow is another day. Analyze, review. How can I correct it? Can I make it better? Okay, there is an area of improvement here. And then correct it. Don't live with failures and problems, right? So this is what very important. Now, what I'm trying to give you is this major question which people has. Okay, this major question which people has. Okay, should I stay in the same company or should I leave? Okay, let me try to give you quick guidance for this. There are a lot of rights and wrongs about it. I will tell you what really works for me. Okay, first, the basic thumb rules of IT. Every year, you should grow. Means new responsibility, new work. If this is not happening, nothing else matters. Every year, you should do something new. And it will not happen by itself. You have to do that. Okay, you need to learn everything that level offers and then discuss it with your seniors. Okay, give me more responsibility. Give me more responsibility. I want to learn more. I want to do more. I will do even what seniors are doing. You have to push yourself. Nobody does this for you. You need to do that for yourself. Every year, you should grow, take new responsibilities, new work. Don't say my manager is not doing it for me. No, you have to create it. You have to push them. I did everything. I want some more challenges also. Can you give me more responsibility? I will do this also. I will do that also. By that way, you will push yourself. So this is one big thumb rule. Every year, more growth should happen. Work-wise. Okay. Second important thing, guys. Your pay should justify your work. If you're working really hard and doing very great quality of work, but if the pay is low, no, that's unfair. Then you have to discuss it with your managers and your HRs. Come on, you have to always work hard. You have to always give your 100%. That is there. Always give your 100%. Means no reason is accepted for saying, no, I'm not going to give my best for this project. No reason. No hike, nothing. If you're not getting a good hike, no bonus, does not matter. You have to always give your 100%. That is thumb rule, because that will make you successful in your life. If you start giving excuses, no, company is not rewarding, I will not work for this company, I will just pass my time here. With this mentality, you belong into the bottom 50%. IT will anyways clean you up after some time, once AI becomes stable. So don't belong into crap people, belong into the quality people. Okay, what is that? They always give their best. whether they get rewarded or not, you always give your best. Every year, you try to become good, take responsibility, and do new things, better things, upgraded challenges. Discuss with managers, make it possibility. Third, your responsibility should be, you should get paid to justify the kind of person effort you put. If you are not getting justified, discuss with people. Discuss with manager. Come on, I'm working so hard. I'm learning daily. I'm applying so many nice ideas to the project. I'm improving the other team members also. I'm giving my best. This pay is really very low. I'm expecting good hike. And then discuss with them. If manager says no and all that, discuss with HRs. They might have all the nonsense, but discuss, talk to them. Don't take just like that and sit, nahi, nahi de raha hai. No, you have to work for your own career and financial growth also. So you need to discuss and demand and present your views, what you're thinking. After doing all that, if they are saying, no, it cannot be done and all, okay, no problem. You have to always give your 100%. Grow so much more that when you do the next switch, 100% package hike should happen. You have to always put your efforts, grow more. And then if they are saying, no, itna hi rehta hai, in our company, we cannot give more than that, that means it is not the right company for you. You have to prepare very strongly, still keep giving best at your work every single day. Compromising and work and then preparing on yourself, no, that's not the right way to do. Dekho guys, you cannot cheat with your job, as simple as that. You want to leave? No, you still have to be there, give value to the project, plus work additional hours. That is where 24 hours productivity is required. All the other people on the social media, the scrappy guys, work-life balance always complaining. They are like, nahi, company ke time pe I will do my personal preparation. What is this fight? You want to grow in your career? You have 24 hours, use it effectively. The company which is paying you, why killing their time? Why distrusting? Why cheating with them? Don't do that. Life comes back. What you give hits back to you. So you need to be really responsible human being. Otherwise, somewhere you will find struggle in life. Somewhere it is going to be there. You will be unhappy. You will be stressful. Life has its own way of taking the revenge on people. What you do will come back to you. More unhappiness, more stress, more worry, health problems, family tensions, all that drama will come. Because you are not that caring towards others. So life makes your life also a hell on this planet itself. Simple rule hai bhai. Acha karo, acha hoga. You do good, good will happen to you. As simple as that. You do bad, bad is going to happen to you. That's simple laws of this planet. Okay? Short term mein up and down might happen, but long term, yes, good people will be more happy. Bad guys will suffer. Long run vision will be like that. Okay? So play a long term game, not like 6 mahine mein ye ho raha hai. Nahi yaar. Look at the big picture also. Now, what are the core thought process for you guys, whether to stay or leave the company? First, you have to give your best. Second, always grow and take next level responsibility. Third, you should be justified. The amount of efforts you put, you should be justified. If you're not justified, discuss. If after that also nothing is happening, be prepared. Prepare continuously for yourself and give to the project also, yourself also, 24 hours effective utilization, and then start job hunting. Aggressively job hunting. Okay? Don't just make it publicly. Matlab, your team members should not know that you're doing job hunting. Your manager should not know that. Be careful when you are doing some things on LinkedIn because people notice all those things. So yes, you should do job hunting, but silently. Because if the company knows that you are planning to leave, it will have further problems while you are there in the company. And sometimes before you get your another job, they might just lay you out as well. That also happens. So don't give them the chance. So you give your 100% to project, they will not suspect anything. You're justifying that. Plus you need to be careful about your career. That is where you're looking for a switch. And when you are prepared, you get another offer, and then you tell to your manager, yes, I'm going because this is a very low salary. I even discussed this with you guys, but I can understand some company policies might be there, but my family situation is different. I need definitely pay. I got this much offer and I am leaving. That's it. There is full clear-cut transparency, no hide and seek. Seedhe bolo, jao. They might sometimes say, okay, we will match this offer. Many times this happens. Okay, no problem. We will match this offer. Okay. Now it's your decision whether to then continue with this company or move to the next one. That is your choice completely, but your approach should be like this. Okay, start job hunting aggressively, okay, and silently. Don't let your team members or managers or publishing on LinkedIn, don't do open to work immediately. Everybody knows it, then अरे भाई बंदा जा रहा है and that's a problem. ठीक है, more than you think, problems will be created for you at your work if people know that you are leaving. Silently, you need to get another offer letter, then discuss with your manager, I'm planning to resign because of so and so reason. And once you resign, then maybe some of your team members will know. वो बात की बातें होती है. Okay, that is the another thing. Never resign without an offer. Juniors do this nonsense. They are like, resign kar lete, job to lag jayega. No, it doesn't work like that. Working professional also needs to spend time, sometimes 4 months, 5 months to get an offer. So don't just say ki things will happen. Okay, so first get offer letter, then only resign. It is simple, it is basic, it is obvious, but still some people make mistake here. So I'm just trying to give you the right input. First get offer letter from the next company, then only resign. Okay. Okay, now this is the basic model. How much to stay, when, for how long to stay, and how to make the switch. If the current project is giving you learnings, stay in the project. Learnings, new responsibility, and giving you good money also, stay in the project. It does not matter, guys, then for how long you're staying. Satya Nadella, all these big guys, 10 years, 15 years, same company. So that does not matter. Okay? So don't think if you stay in the same organization, you are becoming outdated. No, if you are continuously learning and growing, you are not becoming outdated. Okay? So that's the thing. If you are not learning and growing, yes, you will become outdated. So all these rules work in intact to one another. Okay? So people on social media here and there just talk one portion of it, but no, it's all connected network. If your growth is not happening and then you are staying in the same company with whatever packages, then definitely problems for you. But look at the bigger picture here. You have to grow. Your pay should be justified. Then you can still continue to be there in the same company for a long time also. Just that you have to feel that growth and massiveness happening. If you feel, okay, yes, you are done with your growth, definitely discuss and try to switch the project. Don't stay for the money for any project. No, that will impact you in a long run. People will be like, no, we will give you more money, stay in the same project. That money is not as important as your career knowledge and growth. I'm telling you, your growth is the primary thing which will reward you in the IT. So people might give you this bribe, we will increase more your salary, stay for a long time. No, that's not going to work out for you. Not good for your careers. So your approach should be, okay, if in the same project you got all the learnings, okay, then you say, okay, now I have to move to the next project. And then discuss with the manager, with the leads. If they say, no, not possible, okay, start looking out for the exit route from the company. But not growing is not an option. So based upon this, you can make the decisions. Another thing where people go wrong here is, right now I said this statement, try to get all learnings. They say, okay, in 1 year, I got all the learnings from the project, now I am leaving. ऐसे नहीं होता है यार. In 1 year, how can you learn everything about a project? It again shows lack of clarity. Lack of the vision ki how much can be learned from a single project. That maturity is not there, so you're not able to see the learnings. Okay, you look at it from a very immature eye and feel कि sab kuch aa gaya. No, if everything you got it, go to the next level. Do the higher role. You are 1 year of experience, do the job of 4 year of experience person. If you have done that, move to 6 years of experience person. Every project has all complexity. You can do as much as responsibility that you want. So don't say, I learned everything, because it's not possible. It takes really solid 3 to 4 years of time to master one project in and out. After that, maybe saturity might come, but it has a lot of learning potential. Okay? So this is where people again go wrong. They assume they know it and they don't even know what knowledge is there, because they have not developed that maturity to see that knowledge. So dig for more information. ठीक है? Dig for more information, get into depth of that. ठीक है? Don't assume के सब कुछ आ गया. Based upon this, you can make a decision whether to stay in same company or continue outside. Okay, guys, are you getting it? Give a quick thumbs up. Are you getting it? Okay, देखो simple things. Now we will quickly summarize the 11 career success rules. In bits and pieces, we have spoken about it, but abhi pura ka pura, let's just complete the areas which we have not touched. It can change your entire career. 11 career success rules. We discussed it earlier. Let's just discuss that. Apply these principles, everything will be sorted. Okay. The topics which we have discussed earlier, we will not repeat those topics again. Okay. We will just go through these remaining ones. Okay. Let's check it out. Apply this right from day one. Maybe even during your interview process, these rules will help you. We discussed ABCD. We will, maybe if time permits, we will just talk about it by the end. But let's see what all we have discussed. Okay. Same thing in, but I have organized it as a 11 checklist, right? Shagun ke 11. So that 11 career success rules. Okay. We already discussed ABCD, work-life success. All throughout your life, you work with yourself. You work for yourself. Next, build strong bonds with growth-minded people. We discussed this. We even discussed about financial management and planning. So till this point, we have discussed earlier. Let's just quickly walk through other things. Again, live this as rules and guidance mechanism for your career growth. These are proven things. It will work for you. It worked for me. It worked for every person who applied it. After my 15 years in IT, these are the solid conclusions. And I know that if you follow these 10, 11 laws, it will work for you also. This purely melted from my experience. Okay? Now, what are the next things? This today we discussed. So we can simply summarize it here. No 2 years of your IT should be the same, regardless of money, regardless of project, regardless of whatever. If 2 years you are same, means you are 1 year person repeated 2 times. Don't call yourself as 2 years of experience person. Okay? You are 1 year person, experience is repeated 2 times. Ek second guys. Okay? There is a call happening in the second room. Let me just put it on hold. Just a second. Okay. So this is important. Again, people go wrong here. They say, I have 5 years of experience in IT, I should be promoted. Array, it doesn't work like that. Your experience on paper does not matter. What knowledge have you gained in this 5 years? That will matter. Sometimes people with 3 years of experience will be promoted more, given better hike than people with 5 years of experience. It happens. It's very common. It's not uncommon. It's very common. It depends what have you done in that experience. That is where this rule comes in picture. No 2 year of your life should be the same. Every year in IT, try to do better things, take better responsibility. Your experience on paper does not mean that you should be promoted or given a better hike. During hike discussion, people say this, I'm 6 years of experience, my pay is like this, like that. No, what do you do with your 6 years of experience? That will define whether you will get a good hike, good bonus. So please be aware of that already. Okay? So no 2 years this. Next, it's not about how much experience on paper you have. I know people like, okay, when I worked with some of the MNCs, there were cases, I met one guy, he's saying since past 9 months, he has not worked in any project. Bench pay, guy is coming, going to pool, going to library, going chit chat, hanging out, restaurants, food, newspapers, magazines. I'm like, kya kar raha hai? He's like waiting on bench for some next project. And my life is great. He's getting salary since 9 months, not working on project. What will happen to such people? They will not grow in their life because first, they are not serious and company does not care that much about every employee. You need to accept the fact company cares about, okay, can this employee do this job? And if it can do, then company pays. If let's say company right now sees maybe after 2 years we might get a good project, so we need to have these people in bench for 2 years, company can afford that. And after 2 years they are planning. In between they decide, no, we don't want these people, they will remove all these people from bench also. So you need to take care of your career. That's important. Companies might do it, might not do it. Doesn't matter. You should do it because it is your life, your career. Simple things. People are messing up here. Don't do that. You need to work hard and you need to take care of your career. How can you do it? You need to be aware. You should be working and gaining knowledge. No 2 years should be the same. It's every year new learning should be there. It's not about how much experience you have on paper. It's about how much you know from that experience that is going to reward you. Simple. Okay? So please be aware of this and start implementing it. Go ahead with this mindset itself. Every time that much. Okay? Next. Okay. Next rule. 0 to 5 years in IT. Extreme hard work. Hard work and uske saath guys, plus smart work, plus long hours of work. I don't know basically the upcoming generation. Zyada difference nahi hai. I am also not Dadaji type yet. Okay? But you need to understand this fact. How much focused you are. How much you really value work and life. And what is the definition of actual work for you? And what is the definition of enjoyment for you? And what are you more happy doing your entire 24 hours? And how serious you are about your IT career? All these questions will reflect in what kind of life you will live. If you're not that serious about career and IT and this, and then you have a lot of other priorities, you will not do a good in your IT career. So you need to have proper, at least self-reflection about all these questions which I said. And based upon that, you have to then decide how much it is. Whatever these rules that I'm saying, these are for the people who really want to do something great with their IT career as well as with their life. Full on. Because I am never of the opinion that you should sacrifice your personal aspect of life and become mechanical for the companies. Nahi, nahi, bhai, aise nahi karna. This life is given once, you need to live it once, live it fully. Our simple principle is work success, life success. And it has to be like that. In the end of the life, there should not be regret. Arey, work mein ye karta, to I would have got more money and then I would have done this. My knowledge and reputation would have been here. Life may this. No regrets in the end. One life hai. Work success should be there. Life success should be there. Choose a work which you enjoy to do and where you can make money and then have that success in the work. If you're feeling IT is not for you, don't come in IT. Go to some other stream which can still pay you money because family so you have to run, right? So go to that stream which can pay you money and then give your best there, but you be successful there. So work success, life success. Now let's say you have made a decision, I want to get in IT. Then become successful in IT. Work success. Don't play half shot here then, right? Aana hai, you have made up a mind, you have put in a lot of thoughts here. Become successful. Why do you want to go half measure here? No, don't do that. Go all in. And for going all in, this rule is going to help you. You have made a decision, IT mein aana hai, to chalo bante hai successful, guys. 0 to 5 years of experience, extreme hard work required, extreme smart work required, extreme long hours of work also required. If here you start compromising, here you start saying, no, I will do only 40 hours per week. I will not put much efforts. Why should I do for the company? If you acquire these negative thoughts, social media is filled with good thoughts also, bad things also. What you attract, that kind of person you will become. Simple as that. Okay? Don't tell the world is like this. World is good also, world is bad also. What do you see? What do you follow? What do you believe? That defines what kind of person you are. We are all good also, bad also. Okay? In us, in you, in me, we have good thoughts also, bad thoughts also. But which thoughts we live, believe, and make it a part of our life, right? That we will be rewarded with. So don't blame कि ऐसी दुनिया है वैसे नहीं. Dunya is both. World is world, life is life, career is career. Rule number 5 says 0 to 5, give your best. Work hard, work smart, work long. Long hours of work required. People have this wrong notion. They are like, no, 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 why should I work hard? I should do smart work. Arey, all these are nonsense. These are bacche ke baate, child talk. You have to do hard work. You have to do smart work. You have to do long hours of work. Then only success is built. These are not optional things. Sooner you understand, better you will become in your life. There is no shortcut for success. You have to grind every single day as much as possible. Then rewards are built on the other side. So if 7 hours you are working and expecting magic to come from life, it will not happen. You work 7 hours very smartly, it will still not work for you. Because when you are in the beginning of your career, you don't know anything. You are at beginning. Further, there is a 30 years long career. In order to really master, we know that foundation of the building has to be the strongest. How do you build a strong foundation? By putting a lot of effort in the beginning. This 0 to 5 years is putting that foundation work for your IT career. And guys, let me tell you, this will always remain the foundation. You don't get the second chance here. You might say, after 5 years, I want to build the foundation. No, market is expecting different things after 5 years of experience. If your foundation is weak and you have led to 5 years of experience, you will not be able to deal with challenges and expectations from the IT industry also. So this chance comes only once in your IT career. 0 to 5 is the beginning. It's the foundation time. And here, don't compromise. Work hard, work smart, work long. Read documentations, watch code, understand code, debug, spend time required, take up more courses, see how you can build a better system, see how latest technology things are happening, how you can improve it in the project, take more responsibility of the client, of the company, of the team members. Work hard, work smart, work long, every single day. 0 to 5 years of experience. And guys, it's not mechanical way. Don't think you are compromising your life here. Not possible. How are you compromising your life here, guys? IT industry gives you 2 days off. 2 days off. Khali Monday to Friday काम होता है. Saturday, Sunday is for you, which is nothing but 48 hours. Lot of time. Monday to Friday में generally Friday is a chill mood के Friday. Thursday ko people get excited, tomorrow is Friday. So you are never going to be burned out. Don't think this means you're sacrificing your other aspects of life. No. IT industry says Monday to Friday, 10 to 7 is my working window. Work at that time. Remaining of the time, you have to give your best to grow your career. Wake up in the morning, spend time over weekends, do up some courses. Don't prioritize non-important things in your life. This is what it is. People are prioritizing non-important things. Weekends, they are busy in unnecessary things which will not help them grow either in work also or in life also. Now you might say, no, my weekend commitments are really like this. Life is self-created. You might say, I'm really busy over weekend, I cannot. Life is self-created. You chose to live like that. That is where your life is like that. So don't blame कि मेरी life ऐसी है. अरे नहीं, you created that life. When you were born, you were a formatted disk. You chose to live in your life in a certain manner. You made those commitments, and that is where you are trapped there. You have to really think. It's your time. You can choose to live a different life, and you can live a different life. So थोड़ा सा relook at that. Okay, don't be like, नहीं weekend तो यही होता है. नहीं, you created that life for yourself. Relook at that. Did you make the right decisions, or do you want to still change? But work on important things which will add value to your career. Going back here, in the beginning time, work smart, work hard, work long. You have lot of time. Saturday, Sundays off hote. In the Saturday, Sundays, yes, go out for vacations with your family and friends. Company may sometimes long weekend happens. Long weekend is what? Sometimes Monday public holiday will be there. Friday public holiday will be there. 3 din happens in the same go. Okay, so that is great. So just imagine if long holiday is coming, long weekend is coming, nothing but Monday also is holiday. So what happens? Friday eve, half day people are like, chalo chalte ghar. So Friday half day you get Saturday, you get Sunday, and then you get Monday also. 3.5 days is a lot of time. Lot of time to enjoy. 3.5 days. Go out with your family, friends. Karo saath mein balance. It's all possible. Wake up early, do a jogging, watch a sunrise, all possible. So don't say, when I'm doing this, I cannot be good with my life aspect. All these are mismanagement. Not able to manage your life properly and then coming up with excuses. I did this and then I compromised on everything else. Why did you compromise? Who asked you to compromise? Some serious questions we need to ask. Okay? So 0 to 5 years mein foundation time is there. You have to work all of this. Plus you have your personal life aspect also. So don't think you are sacrificing anywhere. Sab kuch mil raha hai. You are getting everything. But foundation should not be compromised. Many people, juniors, they get misguided. They said, "Arey, now we started earning money. Abhi udate." And then they are like, "Chalo, aaj yahan party, then their party, then their party." And like, work to it will happen. People will dhakka laga ke chala lega IT and all. But what they realize is, as soon as they start hitting 3 years, 4 years experience, they realize juniors are having better knowledge than them. They realize IT ka expectation is changing as you grow 3 years, 4 years, and they are not able to do that job. They realize their brain logical thinking capability is still not developed. They realize sense of ownership, responsibility is not developed. And because of all that, future opportunities are not coming. Companies are not giving them more challenging work. Their promotions are stopping. Their hikes are stopping. All these will be impact of not using 0 to 5 properly. You need to understand it like this, guys. How a rocket is there. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, a rocket mein lage abhi, right? How does the rocket take off the ground? When it is vertical on the ground, maximum energy is required because gravity pull is highest there. Beginning time, maximum energy and fuel is required. Once it takes off, even by turning off the engine, it moves step by step. But yes, finally, with less efforts also, it can grow forward. Same thing is your IT career. You need to take off from the ground in the 0 to 5 years. I'm telling you guys, once you do like this, after 5 years, for the next 10, 15 years, life will be so much peaceful for you. Why? Because you worked so much on yourself. Foundation is great. With less efforts also, your remaining career will navigate very smoothly. But if you don't put this, future is going to be really very problematic. You will be always like, "Arey, I don't know this, I don't know that. Market is going like this, like that. Will there be jobs? No jobs. AI jobs. I'm not latest. I'm not upgraded. I'm not able to do simple things also. Juniors are performing better than me also. And maybe IT is not for me." Those kind of conclusions then people draw if they don't do good things. 0 to 5 years of experience. So guys, take it as a thumb rule. 0 to 5 years experience, work hard, work smart, work long. Do more reading, more learning, more experimentation, more courses, more certifications. Take ownership of your project. If needed more time, give more time. Not for the sake of companies, but for your future. Work for yourself, then you will be successful. That was the second law. All throughout your life, you work for yourself. Don't think you're doing all this thing for company. A company, once you resign, company is gone. You're in a different track. What efforts you put, they stay with you. Companies will be gone. So you're never working for companies. You're working for yourself. So work for yourself. Because you will live with yourself till the time you die. So work for yourself. Okay? Simple rule. 0 to 5 years experience. Extreme hard work, smart work, long hours of work, no compromise. Not doing like this, lot of opposite consequences will happen, and then life will teach you कि भाई गलती कर दियो. So that is the rule number 4. Next rule. Okay, chalo, moving it here. Next, what more? 4 more things to touch. This is interesting. Every year, look ahead for next 2 years and grow yourself accordingly. The concept is very simple. As soon as you get the job, you're entering as fresher. Where your thought process should be. Your competition is not people at your same level. Baki freshers, bacche. Your competition should be person having 2 years of experience. Everybody will struggle, fight at their level. You should think upar. Let them fight and do whatever drama. You're bigger than all this chaos. Your target is, how can I beat the person who is having 2 years of experience, and accordingly, you have to grow and become that. When next year appraisal happens, you don't care whether you get an appraisal or not, because work-wise you're able to perform as 2 years of experience candidate. You're never a fresher. You never treat yourself like that. You treat yourself better and experienced. And when you are 2 years of experience, your focus is, how do I beat 4 years of experience person? 4 years experience guy. And this you continue all throughout. What happens is, promotions will come default for you. Your competition is not going to be at the same level anytime. People will measure you at the same level. Your this manager will be like, "Arey, ye bhi fresher hai, wo bhi fresher hai, but this fresher is performing so much more task." By default, promotion will come to you, hikes will come to you, because you're not playing for becoming a fresher. You're playing your next level game every single day, and it is doable. It is not hard. 2 साल ज़्यादा वाले का काम, it's very easy to do. Yes, you have to work more harder over weekends, sometimes early, sometimes late, take more responsibility, give your best. When you do all this, ho jata hai. So this is doable. It is not impossible. It is doable. Efforts will be required, and that's what it ties with. Try to put more extended efforts of this nature. You will be able to perform even at this role. Do this. Output of this will be default hikes will come to you, default promotions will come to you. If current company is not giving, next company where you interview, that company is going to give. But it is default, because you're not playing like a fresher. You're playing at person at your next level. And with less packages, better than them, IT industry will chase you and give you jobs. It will definitely happen. Okay? So please be available. Default hikes and promotions will come your way. Okay? So this is a simple rule. What you are supposed to do. How do you know what you're supposed to do? Simple. Go to Naukri, go to LinkedIn. You are a fresher, you're doing a job. Look at the job description of people having 2 to 4 years of experience. Whatever that job description is saying, accordingly try to become that person. As simple as that. When you are 2 years of experience, go to market. Current market, whatever is expecting, right? So go to market. Look at the job descriptions posted on all the job portals. People, when you're 2 years of experience, look for people having 4 to 6 years of experience. Try to become like them. When you keep your eye ahead, you will always move in that direction. If you get stuck in your current roles, there is unnecessary chaos, and the people at your level is not even your competition. You're playing aage ka game. And in that, you will definitely just move up the ladder, make more money, opportunities, everything will come your way. So live like this. It's just, what does this mean? More hard work will be required. First, please understand, first, you should be able to justify your current level. If you're not able to do a job as a fresher also properly, and you say, okay, I want to do 2 years of experience person, it will all bounce, backfire on you. A manager will be, "Arey, pehle khud ka kaam kar le bhai. Do your work first, get this part done. You're not able to do your job also. You want next level responsibility?" People will look at you negatively. If you cannot do the job at your level, nobody gives you the next level responsibility. So that is where, when you're targeting for next 2 years, your basic requirement is you need to 100% justify your current level. Once you're able to execute here properly, then you are upgrading for the next level also. It's like also add on in this plus this. Not like you leave this and try next. That model will not work. Nobody will give you opportunities also. People will be like, first do your job, why we have hired you to do. First fix that part, then later opportunities will be given. So always, first justify this level. And once you feel, okay, yeah, I can perform very greatly here, eye on the next one. And in less time you need to do this. That is where you need to work hard, work smart, work long also. Working like this is a smart technique. You have to work long also, because daily working time pe only maybe fresher capability is developing. So long hours required for next. And without hard work, how these two things will really materialize, it doesn't happen. You will do it for 1 week, and next week you will be like, no, I don't want to do. So hard working is required. It will give you consistency. Okay, combination mein ho jayega. So guys, that is the rule number 6. Always guaranteed growth will come your way. Okay, guys, are we clear with this? Apply this right from beginning. Okay, these are powerful, simple techniques. If you live with this now, promotions, hikes, knowledge, sab kuch milega. Everything will come your way. That is really easy. People don't do it, then they waste a lot of time. Then they are like, why am I not getting hikes? Why not promo? Let's figure it out and let's live differently. Okay? And guys, companies pe to don't trust. Okay, give your best. Companies might reward, might not reward, does not matter. Okay, so don't really get affected when company is not rewarding. Next company will reward, no problem. Become great. That's what your focus should be. Okay, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Let's continue with the next rule. We're almost done. The final few rules are there. So let's take this. Right now, this is happening, right? Recently, Microsoft laid off 6,000 people. This is 6,000 people laid off. Okay, some देखो अभी social media का क्या है, कुछ भी बोलने लगता है, right? So then people are like, oh, because of AI, 6,000 jobs are going. Microsoft did not claim all those things. They are saying restructuring we are doing, and we need all this funding so that we can invest in latest technology and to shape up a strong future for Microsoft. As a company, that is the right thing for them to do. Yes, downside of that is 6,000 people are losing their job. Dekho, your thought should be the same. You are an employee. As long as you are valuable for the company, you will be rewarded. If you are not valuable for the company, company will not think before removing you. You have to accept the truth as the step number 1. Not get like, अरे company ने ये कर दिया मेरे को. अरे नहीं यार, company कर देगी. Because it's a practical world where practical decisions have to be made. Problem with human beings is we are not making that practical decisions with your lives. So we will do our great thing. We will learn daily. We will grow daily. We will give our best every single day. We will do great for the project, but we don't care whether company keeps us or not, because we become great when we give our best. And if not this company, next company will justify us. That is the right thought process to keep. And you will see signs. If you are seeing company is not doing good, if it is going to go in a downfall, you are like, no problem. I will hunt for another job, get the another job. So not sitting, crying, blaming, complaining. Dekho, weak people like to give all these nonsense excuses, right? You should not do that. It takes time, but mentality has to be changed. You cannot let life knock you down. It is hard. I can understand. We all go through the same phase. When tough things happen, we get broken. But guys, what is success? When you break down, you recompose yourself, build the rock solid mentality, and get up from that, and then move forward. Yes, it is hard. Companies are not justifying, but you cannot cry and blame about it. At least for one day, cry and blame. Not like for 6 months crying and blaming. Microsoft did like this. Microsoft did like this. Arey gaya karke Microsoft, right? For how long you will cry? Let's compose our life together. That's what your practical approach for mind should be. Acquire this thought process right from the beginning. Companies will do what is right for them. You should do what is right for you. But when you work in the company, you give your best, not for the company, but for yourself. Because you know, when you give your best, companies will be successful, but you become much more successful. Your knowledge grows so much more that wherever you are, whichever company you are an asset there. People would love to have you. So work for yourself, not for your companies. But when you are in companies, yes, you are giving your best to the company. They get benefited by default. You don't try that, but it will be benefited by default. What you try is, okay, this is my project. I will do it in the best possible manner. Clients will not have any complaint. I will learn new technologies, apply that. If team is not able to do it, I will do that, because it is your project. Not because company wants you to do it. No, because you want to do it. You are giving 9 hours of your life every single day, the energetic time. How can this project fail when a person like you is working on that project? It's a dream, right? Live for that dream. Your name should be enough for the industry. Become that great. Your name should be enough. It's wonderful way of living. Okay, let's continue forward. Okay, so ye ho gaya. How many rules are pending? 3 more rules. This is by default assumed, guys. Everything is my responsibility attitude. Core principle. Company is not giving a good hike. you should be like, okay, it's my responsibility. How come it's your responsibility? You gave your best. Still it's my responsibility. I have not given company enough reasons for giving me a good hike. That is where company is not giving me a good hike. Dekho, if you give the control to other people to guide your life, you will forever keep crying. If you want to succeed, the control of your life should be in your hand. That is what this rule says. Everything is my responsibility. No matter whether good happens to you or bad happens to you, it is your responsibility. You have done something right or done something wrong. That is where that good or bad is happening to you. When you take it is my responsibility, then you can think, what can I change so that my situation changes? So stop blaming. As soon as you blame, it is happening because of IT or HR or AI or this or that or college or past or future or companies, you blame it on others. You cannot control other people. You can control yourself. You can control what will you do when you wake up tomorrow morning. What will you do after this session? Your control is on you. So when you say everything is my responsibility, even if life is giving you a failure, you say like, I did something wrong. That is where this problem is happening to me. What can I do so that I can get over this problem? If you are not getting the job right now, right way to look at is, okay, I am doing something wrong. Let me figure out what am I doing wrong? Why am I not getting job? And then understand it very deeply and then re-strategize. Keep doing it, keep improving, keep working towards it till the time you succeed. Itna simple hai. First step is take responsibility. Okay, I am not doing something right, or whatever I am doing is not working as per current market situation. Means I have to change something to really make it work. What to change? AI is there. It will give you tips. Networking is there. It will give you ideas. Learn what more can be done, how more can be done, and then do that. But first step is always taking responsibility. So if you're not getting good hikes, no promotions, no jobs, life is struggling, health is bad, everything is my responsibility. Take that statement. Why? Because of me only all these things are happening. Once you take that responsibility on your head, then comes the responsibility of fixing that. Not like pity. अरे बाप रे मैं कैसा हूं, मेरे वजह से ऐसे हो गया, I cannot do anything. No, demotivate you cannot become. You cannot be demotivated or depressed from life. It does not work. First, you take it on your head, Kiba, it is because of me. Second thing is, turn on this attitude. How do I fix it? If it happened because of me, means I created these problems, means I can do something to fix these problems. So execute the full system, not like just take responsibility and sit and cry ki, oh, poor me, I cannot do anything, pity on me. Nahin, rone dhone se nothing happens. So your attitude should be, okay, it is my responsibility. What can I do to fix it? And then working towards that. And simple, if you don't work towards that, your problem will not improve. Okay? If I want to lift this water bottle, I need to hold it and lift it. Then only it is coming up. If I don't do, I just keep it on the ground, it will stay there on the ground. That's law of this world. So if you want to move something, getting a job is moving something in real life. For that, you have to take action. Sitting, waiting, hoping is not going to do that. Nothing moves with that. Right? That is life. Please do understand it. Okay? So guys, everything is my responsibility. The step one becomes that take the responsibility. And the step number two is, okay, act to solve your life situation. It's a combined thing. Dono kar loge, better. You will be able to solve plus succeed also. So that is the next one. Final two things we are going through. Okay. So these things multiple times we have repeated. I think the statement itself is enough. All throughout your life, do constant book reading and constant skill upgradation. Means courses. Okay, certifications, courses, whatever helps you in your technical growth, constantly do it. Whether you need it or not, keep doing it. Latest things are happening. IT is dynamically changing. If you stop upgrading yourself, within 1 year, your knowledge can be outdated. So upgrade. Constant. Once you get the job, spending like 500 rupees on a Udemy course is nothing. Do that. 1000 on Udemy course is nothing, do that. But constant upgrade and constant book reading. Book reading is going to give you about everything: success, mindset, okay, productivity, a lot of problems of the world which people have faced. They have solved it in the books. So look for the books and go there. If you want as a beginner which books to go for, you should search for books in the productivity section. Your initial stuff which you need is productivity. Productivity will give you about time management, utilization of like estimations, completing the task, making you result oriented. Even as a job seeker, you need this kind of productivity inputs. A lot of books you might find. Brian Tracy is a nice guy in this one. Okay, Brian Tracy, I would suggest look for this author, what he's talking about productivity. You can just go to ChatGPT. Okay, give me some top books. Okay, productivity, Brian Tracy. Let's see what this guy says. Really nice practical techniques are going to come from this. Okay, he has written this technique, eat the frog first. Okay, no excuses, power of self-discipline, time management. Okay, so there are a lot of goals, how fast you can get there. All these are $1 million habits. So बहुत कुछ है. ठीक है, अब पता नहीं यार ये सारा का author. Okay, only with author Brian Tracy. I'm not sure whether he has written all these books, but look for this author. Really, you will find some nice, valuable insight. Only title of top 5 books. Okay. Which one will you recommend for a fresher to take actions for getting job and doing great in career? No excuses. The power of self-discipline. Fine. कुछ तो करके दे दिया. Aage it is saying these other things can also add, but you got a name. Abhi AI has all the knowledge of the world. It has read all these things and now it is guiding you. What you need to simply do is, as 24 hours are there, 15 minutes ke liye start reading. Make it a habit. Cut down your social media time. Download this book. Soft copy might just be available free somewhere. Get it a soft copy from internet and start reading it. Daily 15 minutes, start with that. It will give you ideas on what you should do in your 24 hours so that you will be more productive, result oriented. Apply those techniques in your job hunting process right now. It will make you result oriented person. Itna simple hota hai, guys. Dekho, we are human beings. Current year is 2025. From the year these calendars are being tracked, it is 2000 years and 25 years on top of that. Lot of human beings have lived before us. 2000, right? Centuries mein baat kare to lot of centuries happening. So many human beings have lived before us, an entire lifespan from birth till death. All they have learned, all the problems that we are facing right now with our life has been faced by a human being from the past who is not available on this planet anymore. But that person has summarized some books and solutions for every problem that human being deals with. Solutions of living a life is there. Solutions of career success, every solution, what a human being can face is all solved already on the planet. It is there in books. You just need to read it. It's very powerful. Okay, you can imagine an experience of 2000 years of the planet will come to you if you read books, and nobody can compete that. Nobody can compete that. AI can compete, but no other human being can compete that, right? So become knowledgeable. Practically, socho, you will be a next breed of human being. Okay, not common. So this is what it is. Once you're at job, do more of these courses and then do this. 15 minutes, you start with that. 15 minutes of this, 15 minutes of this, then make it 30 minutes each. 1 hour laga do ye kaam ke liye on a daily basis. And then you still have remaining 23 hours where you work on your dreams and change your lifestyle. Success will come as a byproduct of your lifestyle. Okay? So guys, this is this point, and then I think we are in the last number. Today week 6 is ending. We took one technical topic, and then these are again core things required for right now also, career also. So we need to finish this. So let's just pick the last topic. Okay? Last statement. Again, very interesting. Okay, guys, everybody, last topic. Let's focus. Live life while you live it. Okay, this is very interesting. People say ki we will do it later. Okay, that's a very wrong thought process. Everything people say, kal karte, tomorrow, next year, next month, next week. That's a human nature. Okay, it's not a problem in you. It's problem with every human being. By nature, we are like, if today we don't want to do anything, that's the best thing that we can do. We will like to sleep today. We will like to enjoy today. It comes naturally. कि आज chill करते हैं, कल करेंगे. Tomorrow we will do that remaining thing. So, okay, very bad behavior. People might say this, कि, okay, right now, I want to focus completely on my personal life and not do anything else. Okay. Some people might say, right now, I'll focus only on job hunting, not focus on anything else. Okay. Some people might say, right now, I'll focus only on career, not on anything else. Remaining everything, I will take care later. Okay. You know, the problem here is, as a job seeker, you're doing job hunting right now. Okay. I think some of you might have definitely encountered this, right? Phases come in which some demotivation might happen. Some self-doubt might happen. Sometimes worry might happen. What is happening? When will I get? Will it happen? Not happen? What will happen? All these things happens. Okay, what is all this happening? These things are nothing but your mind is generating demotivating or negative thoughts, and you are feeling it. This is what is happening. When you say, right now, I want to focus only on getting the job, somewhere your focus is not that strong that you do it only on one thing of getting the job. Your mind becomes idle in between, and in that idle, it creeps in a lot of these negative thoughts. And how does your mind give negative thoughts? It gives based upon what you see on social media and other conversations of your life. If every day you log in and see the news, if there are negative things happening around, whether you want it or not, your mind says, oh, negative things happen to people. This thing goes wrong, that thing goes wrong. And when even though you're focused, okay, I will do great and get this job and work towards that, whenever you get this idle time, mind cooks up. It's a mixing machine. Thoughts are mixed inside. You watch all these negative things on social media and internet and maybe your personal life, negative people. It absorbs all that, mixes with your life situation of job, and then chaos karke, it gives you a thought, what if you will not get the job? What will happen? And then this will be problem. What will happen to your family? And a thought chain is created by your mind, which leads to demotivation, self-doubt, worry, depression, stress, and then like, I don't know what I can do with my life. Your mind is generating a negative thought patterns for you. This happens when you say, right now, let me do only this one thing. Later, I can take care of rest of the things. It leads with here. Slowly, this converts into your health problems. And on top of these health problems, you are so much addicted to internet, social media, phones while sleeping. Sleep pattern is broken. Sleep pattern broken. This is majority of the people's story. Okay, we all struggle with this. So let's not put it on one person. Everybody, sabka hai, majority chalta hai like this, right? Sleep is broken. 1 a.m. is a default for us. 2 a.m. is default for us. While we are sleeping, scrolling, that rays radiation into our eyes. Exercise is not there. body is becoming lazy, radiation is impacting our mind more. We feel kind of headache when we wake up in the morning if you don't sleep properly. These radiations are impacting. Addiction to internet, mindless scrolling, bas chale ja rahe, chale ja rahe. On top of that, negative thought process consumption. You are saying, let me focus on only one job. I will take care of all these things later. But unfortunately, thing is, all these things are impacting you in the current moment when you are living a life going towards your goal also. You are not doing it later. This is happening to you right now. Even though you say, right now, let me focus on getting the job. Unfortunately, unknowingly, these things are happening to you right now itself. Because the things which can solve this, you are not choosing to do that. That is where these are the outcomes of that. So understand this point. Every time you say, I will do it later, you are basically not solving certain aspect of your life. And if you don't solve that aspect, in consequences, the problems will appear in your life. And then that will be furthermore bad for you. I think very nicely put here. Try to capture this. You will not find this kind of discussions happening in a lot of thought processes. Try to really absorb this past 10 minutes, what we said, how this process works together. Okay, so every time you decide that I will do one thing and rest everything later, okay, fine. Point is, you have a lot of free time. In your free time, your mind processes rest of your life information and accordingly triggers your thought patterns, which affects the current aspect of your life. The point is, the thing which you are choosing to do later, okay, that will solve these problems. But you don't want to solve because you are saying, okay, currently let me only get the job, I will take care of my health later, I will do that later, I will be happy later, baad mein, and that is where the mess is. So the last rule simply says, okay, there is nothing like I will do it tomorrow. Live life while you live it. Today has to be the best day of my life. That is how you live it. Today has to be the best day of my life. Live like that every single day. Okay, what does this mean? Work towards your goal today. Work towards your goal. Yeah, getting the job. Spend time. Work hard, work smart, work long. Na? Spend time, work towards your goal. I need to have the job. Okay, what can be done? These ideas, that ideas. Okay, do it. Next, work upon your health today. Don't be lazy. Why are people like, nay, I want to now relax, I don't feel like doing anything? Because you're not doing exercise. When you do exercise, brain releases some chemicals and body is fully active. You don't need to go to gym for doing exercise. Just wake up in the morning, go for a jog. That is an exercise. Start becoming active and leave the bed and couches. Don't just be on scroll and phones. Do something meaningful with your minds. That change is required. So when you take care about the health, simple morning walk. Morning walk. Bring it. Next, rather than scrolling on social media, just time waste, a bit of listen to motivation words, inspiration words. Why this negative thought comes in your mind? Because your mind is not having some positive thoughts. How do you load positive thoughts? By listening to these things. When going for a morning walk, plug in some headphone, not chit-chatting with friends and just scrolling again social media and then again jokes and time waste. Don't do that. Thoda sa serious ho jate hai life mein. Plug in that headphone, listen to something inspiring. You would listen to words which is amazing. Okay, life knocks you down. It happens to everybody. But you can choose to wake up today and change your life today. Words are powerful. You never know when you are in what point of your time, and this statement can completely change your life. And you decide, yes, today onwards, I will be a different person. Thoughts are enough, words are enough. If you don't consume this, time waster consumption is happening. Mind is becoming more dumb if you don't use it effectively. Mind is a machine. You need to use it. If you are having a vehicle, you drive it. The more you drive, you maintain it, it runs. You keep that vehicle in a garage, open it after 1 year, all the problems are there. Machine is not working. Your mind does the same thing. Every single day you're loading junk into it. Social media, crap. No creativity, no ideas, no solutions, worries. Mind will become crappy machine. Junk lag jayega. And then what will you do, right? Then cry, blame, complain. No, live life while you live it. Load positive thoughts right now itself. Listen to motivational, listen to inspirational. Read productivity books now. Read productivity books. Right now itself, not tomorrow. Right now you think, अरे health नहीं करने से कुछ नहीं होगा. होगा. You don't take care of your health, your mind and the body will become lazy. It will not make you perform good for doing the job hunting. That's the impact. Right now itself, it will impact. You don't read positive thoughts, mind mein negative thought will come. It will impact right now itself. You don't read productivity, you will always be kal, tomorrow. And why that way mountain of work is in front of you. In 2 months, we discussed so much about project. You can imagine Spring Boot is an ocean in itself. Core Java is an ocean in itself. Communication improvement is an ocean in itself. It's a lot of work to be done. And job hunting is an ocean in itself. How will you do that if you're not productive? The feed, thinking that I will do these things later is going to destroy your present. Because if you don't do this, then problems which will be caused by not doing this will come into your life. Not taking care of your health will have problems, laziness, tiredness, maybe sometimes more severe health issues. Not listening to like this, negative thoughts will come. Not really reading productivity techniques, applying productivity techniques, results will not come from your life. Start living in a certain manner. And guys, start living happily. Things will take some time. Just give your best every single day. Don't live like kab job lagega. Job lagega. It will come when it is the right time. You can do just one thing, work for getting the job. Not worry about the outcome. Outcome will take care if your actions are right. So be happy. Just focus. Did you give your best today for preparation and job hunting? How can you improve in this? Make it better every single day. Avoid negative time wasters every single day. Acquire a great lifestyle. And if you're doing that, just be happy by the end of the day. Job aa jayega. Because getting the outcome is a process of what you do. So just do what it needs to be done and be satisfied with it. Outcome will take care of itself. Please know that. Just live your best life every single day. Outcome will take care of itself. Anyways, worrying is not going to help you. If you are worried, then ask a question. Okay, what more can I do differently in my present so that I can solve this worry and still get the job quickly? Improve. But approach should be this one. Live today itself. This happily means, yes, with your family, with your friends, live all that. Don't compromise. Because if you miss these things, negative consequences are going to impact your life. Okay? So this is what. So people don't realize it and then they are like, नहीं health भी बाद में देखते, पहले job पे focus. Oh, ये listening motivation 1-2 दिन का काम होता है, back to life. Productivity, books, later. Right now, let me get job. No, not doing this will introduce negative impacts into your life, which will affect you to hit your goals. So these are packaging. You are playing a cricket game. Field setup is done. You need to put the right people in the right position and bowl accordingly. Then you will get a wicket. In your life also, you want to get that goal. You want to hit that wicket. But your players are not in the ground itself. No matter how much you try, there is only one way to bowl that guy. You just need to take the bells off. What if that is hard? And you're losing all the other options of catch, slip, run out because you don't have the rest of the players. Simple hai, bhai, strategy nahi hai. So your life will be more painful. Understand that. You need to put the right fielders in right positions. Means health properly, motivation properly, books properly, happiness properly, and then play the game of your life. When all the things are in the right place, outcome mein success is default guaranteed. And then you improve your bowling. Then you think creatively, because right places are taking care of everything. You remove all, just you versus your goal. And then you will realize कि भाई कभी छक्के लग रहे, you're putting so much good bowling also, edges and sixes, edges and forces. Nobody is there to run out. One time shot and they are running 2-3 runs. You will lose such a game because you don't have your armor in the right place to win. Think about it. Everybody relates with cricket. So think about this. You're just bowling without any field and you're trying to knock a big target in front of you. And that is going to be hard. That's really going to be hard. So be sensible about your life. These are important keys and it needs to be lived right now itself, not like later. So that is what we come down to the last thing. Live life while you live it. Period. No tomorrow. आज करते. And today when you sleep, you're like, best day था भाई, काम किया, happy है, satisfied with my efforts, I learned, I grew, I solved problems today, I did job hunting today, dropped emails to a lot of HR, looking for networking conference, सारा कुछ कर दिया, I gave my best today. Tomorrow, let's see how more better I can do. That's it. You will be excited to wake up every day and work towards your dreams. In that, have entertainment and all that. Make it a part of your life, not your entire life. And don't let laziness become your life. That is a disaster. Okay? Guys, everybody, clear with all this? Give a quick thumbs up. Badalna padega. You have to change the way you live if you really want to succeed. The life which we lived for past 20 years, it needs to upgrade. Version 2 of a software comes, right? Your human version 2 is required. The same way which you were living in the past, it was because of lack of awareness and lack of control. Now version 2 is required. Okay? Become a better human being, more successful, output will come. Chalo, good stuff everybody. Let's take the attendance and weekend is coming. Catch up, make the demos. Week 7 will happen. Again, technical topics are there. Redis, microservices, and some more things, unit testing, logging, all 5 days technical. So definitely week 7 again, very important. Chalo guys, good stuff everybody. Do something with your lives, guys. Do something with your lives. Okay. And you know, this is really interesting. Okay, let me give you attendance. And parallelly, I will tell you the story. Okay, whenever a new joiner joins my team, okay, generally juniors, maybe 0 to 4 years, 0 to 5 years people. Usse zyada senior walo ko, I don't have this conversation. But whenever a junior joins my team, 0 to 4 years, 0 to 5 years, I treat even 4 or 5 as juniors only because they're also at beginning states. So trying to learn and do new things. So these people are generally hungry for learning. Please mark this attendance, guys. Please mark this attendance quickly. Please mark this attendance. Code for today is 3939. Okay. Just listen to this last part. Whenever a new joiner joins my team, anybody having 0 to 4 years, 0 to 5 years experience, I have this kind of conversation, whatever we are discussing about success, about IT career, about work, life and all, and dedication and doing something. I have all these kind of conversations with the new joiners, whoever joined my team. Okay. And then I observe. So human skills, right? We observe. We can see how people are processing what you say, right? So yes, some guys gets very inspired. Okay. And some people, they will be like, dekh lenge. So attitude tells the difference. And guys, let me tell you, every time, so this is my test on people. Whenever they join my team, I try to boost them and inspire them. And then just I observe their behavior. Some people get inspired and they get like, kuch kar lenge life. Some people, haan, theek hai, ho jayega. And guys, let me tell you, the people who get inspired, whenever in the project, anytime challenge is there, these are the people who have always performed. The people who are not getting triggered, they basically don't care much. So this is my test. This is not an interview, but I see how your mind processes something where you feel like doing great things. That's my another test which I apply on people after they have joined my project. And then I know who are the guys who can do something great in the project and who are just regular time wasters, passerby, आए project में चले जाएंगे. And then that is my test. I see it in people. And then when big opportunities come, challenges come, always these inspired people have taken responsibility and delivered it. So I know that with whom I have to work more harder, give more responsibilities, and obviously give better hikes, better promotions. So that is how it is. And my leadership style is very simple, guys. I don't micromanage, I don't force. I just show you what is right, what is wrong, and then it is your choice what you want to do. Do you want to do good? Do you want to do bad? If you're doing good, we will keep you in the system. If you're doing bad, we will lay you off from the system. My strategy is very simple. I don't like to keep baggage with me in my team. Crying, complaining, blaming people, out. HR, put in PIP. This person, I am facing these problems. If he does not improve in 2 months, out of the company. I don't care. So if somebody is not caring about themselves, why should I worry and care about such people? Approach is very simple. I make them realize. That's my leadership style. Earlier, it was different. It was hard for me to fire people, lay off people. But then I learned some things from life. Everybody has to take care of themselves. Nobody can take care of each other. We can only inspire and guide other. Whether to do or not, that is completely people's choice. And that's what is my leadership style. I will just tell you what is right and wrong. I will inspire you to do the right things, and I will support you and to do the right things. But if you don't want to do, it's a choice. I don't have a problem with that. But as soon as we realize not doing is impacting the projects, okay, leave my system. We don't want you here anymore. We need either you to improve, or we will hire another guy and take a chance on that person so that that guy will add value to the system. What does this mean? This is same model in which my CEO and other guys have trained me. People in life will give you opportunity. If you waste it, they will never give you opportunity again. That's what it is. Okay, so you're given chance. So utilize it, prove it, and then more will be coming your way. If you don't utilize it, in future, you will not get much opportunities. So grab and do, and you will be more rewarded. So use every day. Don't say a company should give me. No, right now, you have to give opportunity to yourself. 24 hours are there. Start using, upgrading, job hunting, resume preparation, aggressive job hunting, LinkedIn presence, GitHub presence, and burn yourself extensively every single day to give your best. And not with stress, with happiness and peace. हो जाता है, ठीक है? So चलो, thank you everybody. Get inspired and trigger something in your life. Okay, you will do some great things with yourself. Chalo. Thank you everybody for your time. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. See you guys Monday. Okay. Chalo guys, everybody take care of yourself. Stopping the recordings. Thank you all the members in recording. Stopping it. Stopping the YouTube. Chalo guys. Do something good. Bye everybody. Chalo. See you later. Thank you everyone. Bye bye. Take care. Take care.